Yeah, 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 yeah. Once again, it's so. Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets blog. Shout to the Nets fans. We the best fans. Shout to the Shaolin villain. Shout to, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's watching that can't text in the comments. I want y'all to know I wake up, I go to sleep, I still a Nets fan. We don't know the plan, how it's going to happen. It's in God's hand. I wake up and I'm still a Nets fan. Yo, listen, man, I'm only here to say at the end of the day, this is where you got to look and see that the road is rough. Nets fans, this ain't the time for us to weather. We gotta weather the storm. Know what I'm saying? We gotta help the Nets. And know what I mean? They gotta hear the voice of the fans. The voice of the fans letting them know like we trying to pull off this trifecta. The Liberty won it in this decade. Know what I'm saying? And the Knicks won it, then we can win it in this decade, bro. That's the trifecta right there. That's the trifecta. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shout to Pato. He got the Unk alert off the strength. I gotta throw the link in the chat. I gotta do it. I gotta do it, man. I gotta reward the, you know what I'm saying? The content creators helping me build this page, man. They gotta get the link first. I don't got no other perks right now. Man, when I got it where I could give away free hoodies and t-shirts, I would start doing it. But for right now, you get the link first. You get the link first, homie. Word. But yeah, man, we out here, man. How good are the Aura Bros, man? How good we gonna be? How good is this team, man? I want to know. Yo, Lecky, what's good? Jamal, what's goody? Down under Dunker, man. He said, what on earth you doing on now? It's 1 p.m. in Australia. Okay. Oh, it's 10 p.m. Okay, so it's 10 p.m. All right, now I know. I'm a little early here and I'm late over there. That's fire right there. Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, I just gotta let you know, man. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. I'm here.
I gotta be honest, man. I did this podcast because of you. You know, I'm scrolling, I'm minding my business. You know what I mean, but of course, I'm on next Twitter, and I scroll and I see you say that we only getting 20 wins and then 28 max. I said, nah, we can't go into the season like. I thought, look, this is what I'm trying to say. The East did get better, right? Just to let you know, I see it from that side. The East did get better. It's a tough conference. It's a tough division before we even get to the conference, right? But at the end of the day, you got somebody like Michael. Now, I want you to just if you disagree, stop me there. You got somebody like Michael talking the way he's speaking to the media early. He's showing all of the qualities of a Brooklyn star being born, right? Diego going into his second year confident because he could get downhill now. You know what I mean? His shooting is still what it was or better or what it was, and he could get downhill now, right? So he's more confident going into his second season. MPJ, he straight trying to get this money. He trying to get this money. Let's call it what it is. MPJ trying to get this money, and he do got a relationship with Jordy Fernandez, so there's something there. Randall, you know, let's call it what it is. He in a place where he could get revenge, and we wanted him to have it. We want him to have the revenge. Be all that stuff that they said you was, but be that, but a great basketball player while you at it. And be petty. And Brooklyn Nets fans gonna have your back the whole way through, especially if you beat the Knicks. You beat the Knicks one time, give him a 5-year contract. Now I'm joking. I'm joking.
All right, let me give you my first prediction that is gonna come true no matter what. You're gonna have one game this year where nobody thinks we could win it. And Kel Brown Jr. is going to go the fuck off in Madison Square Garden to begin at the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle where we're gonna be dominant over them. And that's when the NBA is gonna be on notice that a star is born, because he's gonna have one of those Lillard games, one of those Halliburton games in the Garden. Watch, he's that type of player. Like, since he was a kid, I'm looking at him. All the other dads standing around in that gym, I'll never forget it. And then that one dad was like, "Yo, y'all afraid to say it, but I see Steph Curry. This kid shooting from everywhere in the gym." Now, I'm not saying he's Steph Curry, but if those two are special, you're gonna see fireworks. Now, the part that you don't like, Jordan, the part that you don't like, Breezy, is the 28 wins. I just think that's the process. They're gonna come together, and one of them has to emerge to be better than Michael Porter or Randall. In order for you to get gaudy numbers, the young have to step up and be the players. You're either the you're
Absolutely.
you're either the 2021, 2022 OKC, or you're the 2022, 2023 OKC that won 40 minutes playing rookies, right? That's when the Williams brothers came in. That's Usman Dieng came in. They That's when they decided and built that team. They won 40 games. The next year they won 54. I think we're in that sphere. If It all depends on what is Jaeger. And we gotta see. We gotta see. We can't rush. So my prediction stands 28 wins.
All right. Leaf, what you got on this, bro?
I got 32 wins. And one of the reasons being is because obviously we got to understand that the beginning of the season is going to play out towards the hands of the veterans, because they probably going to be used the most at the beginning of the season. As the season goes on, I think everything that Pod talked about is probably going to happen towards that late portion. We all know that a lot of the young players tend to go off, man, about late February and March, when they really supposed to be in March Madness and they supposed to be in fucking college, but they in the NBA. So it's gonna be those games where you're gonna see a lot of crazy numbers. You're gonna see a lot of crazy leaps from a lot of young players, man. Now, not just on our roster, but just all around the league. I definitely see that game that he's talking about from Mikel, but I see it from Jaeger as well, and I also see it from any other of the young players that we're gonna play. And any other of the sophomores that's coming in this year. I think that this is definitely the backcourt of the future. What people have to realize is this is not an ideal backcourt. You got a point guard that's probably going to be in the year at 6'6", 6'7", and a two guard that's probably going to end the year at 6'10". So realistically, I don't think that's ever been an ideal backcourt in the history of basketball, bro. It's not too many 6'10" two guards running around.
Yeah,
So
bro,
really,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you got somebody, and I know this is a stretch, but you got somebody like Vince Carter that could talk to Diego about T Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the culture part of it. Like, he's not an assistant coach, not the head coach, but he's around. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's going to impact him like that, but then, like, it's again winning culture. I'm sending to the Brooklyn Nets, I'm sending him Drazen videos. You feel me? Just
You're
the
not the
effort and
same.
the energy built around the starting the winning culture, just having winning habits, just doing stuff like that, and just having the right people around. That kind of thing. I just, you know what I'm saying? Just gonna have give the Nets the momentum to go in the right direction.
Yo,
You feel me?
Breezy,
and,
yo,
and
Breezy. Drazen's game was like you see that kid Pritchard in excuse me, in Boston. He runs around like his hair's on fire. That's what Drazen Petrovic's game was like. Yegor is a little
uh,
different.
I think Drazen Petrovic, bro, a lot of the triple threat shit, like and the pump fake, like like a lot of that shit. There's not too many players today that have that. I wouldn't compare it to Peyton Pritchard. I would compare it probably
He's
to
his
if I
motor.
if yeah,
You
Drazen in terms of off the ball, bro. But we got to remember Peyton Pritchard
no,
is actually better with the ball in his hand.
yeah,
You
but he
know?
runs around a lot. He
Yeah,
run he runs around a lot, shoots threes. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't as big as like these 6'6" shooting guards that became popular in that era. So you had to be 6'5", 6'6", but he was tough as nails, and
right.
he would give Michael Jordan hell.
Shit,
I, I
he would give a lot of people hell. I just think a lot of the stuff that he had back then is like it's everybody know it's coming today. Like the ball fake to the shot, the jab step, like pump
yeah,
fake, one dribble, like a lot of that shit, bro. Like
he
it's a lot of the shit that
he was trying to be
the
Pistol Pete. That's
well,
what.
I think Pistol Pete was more in the open court. I would say that. Like,
No,
but
I'm just
Drazen,
saying, like, just even how he would watch films, like on actual film of
yeah,
Pistol Pete working
yeah.
out and shit. But the with Yegor, when I got excited about him is when I saw him hit two floaters. If you're a 6'10" point guard and you have a floater game, who's gonna stop you?
God damn,
If
what
you
is
if
it? Okay.
if you a 6'10", if you a 6'10" point guard and you have a floater game, that means you lacking athleticism.
No,
So
what are you talking about? A lot of great point guards has a shot. Have you watched Shy? his,
Ja
he's
Ja
floaters
Ja
and draw
Ja's
for
not
health.
Ja's not 6'10" though. Like
I'm just
Jaeger
saying,
is.
but
Yo,
still, if you 6'10" and you have an unstoppable floater, who's gonna block it?
yo, let me
Who's gonna
punch
stop
in
it?
real
That's
quick, y'all.
that's true. But I mean, wait, hold on, hold on, Joey. That's true. And that's true indeed.
Go
But
ahead.
the thing about
Leave.
everything that
Let him
hold
let
on.
him let him get his shit off real quick because he probably at work. He looked like he rocking Nets apparel at
Oh
work.
yeah, listen, you see it, nigga. I'm at work. What's on the polo, man? What's on the polo?
Yeah,
That nigga
work.
lenient. What that lenient
Yeah.
say? What that lenient
You
Shit.
say? The
I
working?
Brooklyn
respect
way,
it. I
right?
respect it.
What you got hired at
I respect
Barclays?
it, but I
Work
because I
polo.
work from home,
That's
I dress
that's
like one
work
of the
polo.
Nets
That's
hype
fire.
dancers.
Come
What you got
on,
hired?
man.
What you got
Listen,
hired at Barclays, nigga?
With the
listen, man.
tie.
That's
Listen,
how I
man.
look
I'm working
every
with
day.
brothers, man.
Yeah.
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 But I respect it though,
Oh
Joe. I
I
man.
respect
definitely
it
respect it, Joey,
100%.
for
Nah, that's
sure.
my
But
guy. Yeah.
for sure, Joey. But your shit is in the matrix. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. What was he gonna say? What was he gonna say? Oh yeah, I can't
No,
hear
I
him.
was
It's
just telling Link
audio.
to go back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Just to finish it off, I think Yegor is probably going to get more paint touches, but it's going to depend on the spacing, bro. Like for anybody that paid attention to what I've been saying for the last month or last 360 something days. All I ever wanted, bro, was a hub. All I ever wanted was more hub and more space. And if y'all agree that we're gonna play with 5-man spacing lineups, if you agree that we're gonna shoot a lot of threes, if you agree that a lot of the playmaking and a lot of the sharing the basketball is gonna be in our starting lineup, then you already agree that Danny Wolf is starting, bro. It's no need to fighting anymore, bro.
All
I
right,
don't
so
give a
hold
shit.
on. Listen. I'll say this. Out of all of the 82 games, I will say Danny Wolf will be starting some of those games. Whether it be because of, let's just say he'll start some of those games out of the 82. Right now, I agree that in those first quarters where Danny Wolf is going to start the game, we are going to have a high scoring first quarter. If you watch the Nets play basketball over the years, you see that we go into the second quarter and we don't have the lead a lot of the times because we couldn't score the ball, whether that was a McHale and Cam Johnson, et cetera, and so on. Spencer Dinwiddie, and the second part when this Spencer Dinwiddie came. But I'm saying that to say there was a lot of times, a lot of basketball we see us going into the second quarter without the lead. With Danny Wolf being the center, that changes things. It just does. He's going to be watching Julius Randle. Like, he's going to be learning how to play the game the way Julius play it. And I'm saying that to say that's inside the 3-point line. And for what it's worth, Randall play a little more tougher than Danny Wolf. If Danny Wolf could play a little, learn that toughness from Julius Randle, Danny Wolf's going to be really good at the starting center. Like, seriously,
I
like,
don't
Well,
think
I
I
think
don't think
I
toughness is
don't think
something
his
you can learn.
I don't think his game is going in
I
that
mean,
direction. I think his
okay.
game is going in the direction of floor spacer, somebody that's gonna be give you hub playmaking at the most, bro. Like if he gives you anything more than that, then you already know you ain't gonna shut me the fuck up. So I mean, so
Nah.
and if he giving you and if he giving you more stuff on the rebounds, just as much more stuff on the defensive rebounds is more important, bro. Like and being that player to just push pace
So,
and not wait for the point
Lee,
guard or not wait for the point guard. That's a
Lee,
plus too.
what about the pick and roll from Danny Wolf? How much could you expect? You could get the pick and pop from Danny Wolf, but what about the pick and roll? We seen it with some big time dunks last year. Like, how real is the pick and roll? He ain't got to be an alley, but just him rolling to the basket. With
The pick and roll and the pick and pop is efficient. The reason being is because they got to play for the pick and pop and the pick and roll. They don't know what he gonna do. So realistically, bro, like so realistic, and realistically, if he's on the court, bro, like now you got 4, 6, 10 players in your lineup that you got to account for that you don't know if they're gonna cut, they're gonna spot up at the 3-point line, they're gonna come off the screen, bro. This is so much versatility offensively, and the reason why I'm speaking more to the offensive side of the ball because defensively we don't have what we want as Nets fans. We don't, bro. Like the Dayron that you're looking for, bro. That version of Dayron is gonna be good for 18 minutes. There's a reason why he hasn't played over
Oh
20 minutes a
man.
game yet. I'm sorry.
So okay, all right. So look, let's just say that's what it is. And Danny Wolf start playing more minutes than Dayron Sharp. I don't think they start the season that way, but let's just say it happens that way for one reason or another. Bro, I'm not mad at the fact that we will be going. I feel like we going into the second quarter with the lead if Danny Wolf is the starting center. Now, see, the thing with Dayron Sharp with me is
No, but
like
why
you
do you
can't.
think that? Why do you think that? That
Because he can really what Claxton was doing, get into the rim like off of fake handoff to MPJ. He can do that well. Like, you could really implement Danny Wolf in that offense. You could really
really?
Can, can,
You
and
you think
yeah.
you've
can I
seen
say
that?
something real
That's
quick?
you've seen that from Danny Wolf?
Can I
No,
say
Like
I
something?
have.
I ain't see it a lot. No, I didn't. I didn't see it from Danny
I
Wolf.
seen enough. I seen enough in 20.5 minutes a game, which was the lowest, which was tied as the lowest for all of our rookies last
Yo,
year. And I
can I
seen
say
enough.
something?
And
But
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that. I mean, I kind of agree with Leaf, right? But at the same time, we know Danny got these type of skill sets, right? He's different, right? He got these type of unicorn skill sets. But at the same time, he got to be efficient. If you on the court and you turning the ball over, you're not hitting your 3-point shots, you're not finishing around the rim. What does all this skill mean? It means nothing because you're not getting gritty with it if you're not, you know what I mean? You're not battling in the paint, you're not getting gritty with it. if those things are not happening. So basically, if those things aren't happening, he isn't capitalizing on his skill. He's not really giving us nothing. So with
Real,
that being said, yes, he got the skills to pay the bill, but he got to be efficient with those skills, bro. Because him not hitting his threes, him turning the ball over, ain't it. It's just gonna dig us in a deeper hole.
the efficiency
For
is
him being
probably
on
going to the
go ahead.
efficiency is most likely going to come from a lot of opportunities in mostly in transition and mostly assist to turnover ratio and the 3-point percentage. That's what a lot of people is looking for. Are you going to get that every night? Probably not. But because it's going to be teams that's just like, we just not going to be hitting shots that night. We just not going to be a sync that night. But what I will tell you is that with Danny Wolf in the lineup, you're probably going to get more open looks than when he's not in the lineup. And then you got some big dope standing at the top of the damn top of the key, setting screens and waiting for a dribble handoff because he doesn't know whether to shoot or pass or dribble or whatever. Danny Wolf is not wasting no time when he gets the ball, bro. Like we seen him play on the perimeter, as the guy that's on the kick out. We seen him play up tempo. We seen him play. We seen offense run through him. We seen a lot of that stuff. If you
Yeah,
give him a set, like he's known to do multiple things. He's been pulled in
but
so
Let's
many
just
different
say this:
right,
directions.
if he don't do those things, Leaf, he got to at least rebound because he
right,
got to
but
at least rebound, bro. Because here's the
right. Can
thing.
I? Yeah, I just both of y'all, you and Leaf. 'Cause I'm listening to both of y'all. Y'all can continue talking. I just want to hear y'all speak to Danny Wolf, but in a relationship with the Aura Bros, because you see the title. So, but Danny Wolf is good. But just give examples on what, like,
This
how it will work between Michael and Danny Wolf, Diego
this
and
is
Danny Wolf.
where this is
Like
where
that's
I
what I want.
say
I would just wanted to hear y'all talk about the title of the show.
this is where I say there's an impossibility. The Nets are going to build themselves for those two to be able to just become prolific. If you don't have they're going to shoot and miss shots,
But hold on,
offensive rebounding.
but Pod,
Right.
assist got to be part of their game. So that's where Danny Wolf is coming. That's why I wanted to hear from Notorious and Leaf, because we keep talking about Danny Wolf, but yeah, just in a conversation with them too, what
Dude,
kind of assists do they
and
generate for each other? You
Can I
feel what I'm
just say
and
saying?
this? I'm gonna be real quick. I'm gonna be real quick, Breeze, with this answer. He works with them. Obviously, y'all already talked about it. Leaf hit on it. Is because of his playmaking and his ability to handle the ball. We get that. So once you have multiple playmakers and ball handlers on the floor, you add him in the mix with Mikal and Yegor. You know what I mean? You got something possibly cooking there. You know what I mean? My thing is you robbing Peter to pay Paul when you play Danny Wolf, right? Because here's the thing. Yeah, he got that skill, but you're also giving up that big man presence, that grittiness. So when all that pretty shit ain't working, and all those pretty passes ain't working, and that 3-point ain't working, I need him to get in the fucking paint and at least rebound. Because we know all of our sinners ain't worth shit defensively. So that's at least he could do.
Well, yeah, yeah.
like if you're
I
a
think
jump shooting team, what the Nets want is another Draymond. That's who they drafted in Joshua Jefferson. Look at all the 6'7" centers that they had on the team on top of that. On top of drafting Joshua. They had both Danger and Cheney. So if you know what the Nets are gonna try to do, they're gonna bomb threes and they need an offensive rebounder. Guess
Right,
what?
but
They they have a prolific offensive rebounder on the team already, and that's who's
Right.
gonna be the starter.
right, but what I'm saying is, I feel you on that. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be winning basketball for a long time, in my opinion. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because two things. One, we're not going to be able to protect the rim on defense a lot of times with the centers
Exactly,
we got.
Breezy.
So
Exactly.
I'm saying that to
Yeah,
say
but
for us, the
these
gritty,
are
the gritty part.
personnel
Hold on,
issues.
let me say this. The gritty part of Danny Wolf got to be him taking charges. He got to be able to be a center that's because
That's
of the wingspan between Diego and Mikal, because they both big guards, and MPJ being a 6'10" small forward. He's got to be able to take charges. He got to be able to, you know what I mean,
that's not
to
enough.
be able
Taking
to move
charges
man,
his
is
feet. Yeah, no, seriously, he added
He
10 pounds. He got to be
he
able
got
to
a
that physicality. Got to show on that side. And hold on, if you're not
he
going to agree,
24 years
if you're
old.
not a
Like
shot,
calm
if
I
you're
would
not
down.
a
say
shot
this.
blocker, the best way you can contest is to be able to take charges. Like that's what
I
they
would
got to
say
be.
I would say this. I would say this, bro. Like we gotta understand, bro. Like like his everything is gonna be on the switch anyway, bro. We gotta remember that, like with him in the lineup, now you have four dudes that's 6'10". Like at some defense is gonna be played at some point, bro. Like and plus you got Mikel, who's probably been the most active player on defense, probably in our lineup since the summer league anyway. So realistically, the defensive part probably most likely gonna start on the perimeter before it even get to the paint because now you got a 6'10" guard, bro. That's more active, more energized. If a lot of these dudes know they're gonna get the ball, bro. Like the defensive effort at least gonna be there. Now the defense of perfection. Now you looking at a whole different team like OKC or San Antonio. We don't have that. We gotta the thing that we play to our strengths about, bro, is the fact that our spacing is probably gonna be our greatest strength this season. The
Yeah,
thing
but
about
still,
Dame,
but
Leaf,
this
the thing
downhill,
about
bro.
Dame,
everything
Our
you
strength
talking
got. We
about
got
is
to be
based.
able to go downhill, bro. That's all I'm
Everything you
saying. We got to
talking
be able
about
to
is
go
based
the
downhill.
on
downhills
offense.
is gonna be there because you gotta account for all of the shooters that's on the court. You're
Leaf,
gonna miss a
leaf,
backdoor.
leaf. Everything you talking about is based on offense. What happens when we ain't shooting the ball well? What's the safety net? That's my thing. That's what me and Breezy talking about.
The safety
Yeah.
net is
But
this
y'all
this
but y'all are
this.
saying that it needs to change the philosophy. That's not happening. Like Jordy's one of the most stubborn coaches in the NBA. He plays, we've watched his system for 2 years. He plays how he plays.
I
That
mean,
is-
I mean those 2 years, bro. Like it's sort of outliers because, bro, we was asked to tank, bro. We can't really make a we
I know,
can't
but
really
what
make a
about
full
play
thesis on
style
that.
though?
The
But what
play the
about the play style is the play style. Like the coach
Yeah,
has a system.
yeah.
That's
I
why
understand that,
MPJ
but
loves the system so much because so much of it is to go to like, jump shooters.
yeah, but
To have no,
I understand that, but here's the thing. Like when you have elite spacing, bro. Now you're gonna get more open shots because your elite spacing comes with elite playmaking and elite passers. You got Yegor who could put the ball on the floor and get to somewhere. You got Mikel who could put the ball on the floor and get to somewhere. You got Julius Randle who could put the ball on the floor and get to somewhere. You got Danny Wolf who can put the ball on the floor and get to somewhere, bro. Like as a hub, and you're not using them as go-to playmakers. You're using them as secondary or third or fourth, and you're
Mhm.
using them mostly on switches, guys that got to move their feet and guard out on perimeter areas, bro, where they told to probably play drop on certain nights, and they like, yo, I gotta guard this dude, bro. Like he's 6'11", and he probably gonna hit a couple of threes. Now I gotta go out here and get away from what I do best is probably rebound. It's one of the
So
main reasons, bro.
basically,
Why it's
so
one of
ba-
the main reasons why Wemby had the highest blow by rate in the postseason. Cause you gotta guard somebody out on the perimeter at all five positions.
Nah,
If
that's
when
systematic. They could put him in a post if they wanted to, but they just like showing off their weapon. Like, look, he could guard shooting guards. Like that means anything. They need.
yeah. They do like showing off that, but at a lot of times they put him in make or break situations, bro, to where now he got to fly from the paint all the way out to a corner shooter, all the way out to a wing shooter, and we
Yeah,
know
that's
he
why I don't
can
like
do
that
it.
switching shit.
Yeah, and we know he can do it because he's 7 for 5. He can make up a lot of ground. But at the same time, it's more wear and tear on him. We talking about a nigga that only played 28 minutes during the regular season and he bumped to 40 in the playoffs. That's how I knew the shit wasn't gonna work. The shit works in terms of elite spacing, bro, when you have a lot of guys comfortable with dribbling, passing, and shooting. And that's what we're gonna have, bro, when you put Danny Wolf in the lineup, bro. Like our defense is nothing. There's no type of strength defensively we have on this roster at all. At all.
all
Which is
right, I'm
why you
glad you.
can't you
Well,
can't start
we got perimeter
Danny
defenders.
Wolf.
So this is why
We
you
got
can
point of
start Danny
attack
Wolf because we
defenders.
got to go all in on what our greatest strength is. It's offense.
Right.
We
Nah,
have
But
to.
but I
you
agree
need
with
some
everything you
defense.
said, Lee, but we do have perimeter defenders and we have point of attack defenders. Our weak spot is the interior defense. That's where our
Correct.
weak spot is.
True, but if the perimeter defenders are doing their job, that nobody is getting the interior.
Nah, nobody, no, even the best perimeter defenders in the league operate without somebody big behind them.
Exactly.
Taking take we don't have that. and it
I
hurts
saw the Chicago Bulls do it with Caruso and Alonzo. I saw
because
it.
in the NBA you can't stop like there's nothing you could do with Ant. And you know what I'm saying? Ant is gonna do Ant, but
Right.
Right.
you need
But if you at least throw different looks at him and throw
right.
a different stuff at him, bro, you make it difficult. Now you turn Ant into a lead playmaker, which he is not.
Look, if you look at the teams, if you look at the top teams, they all got big men that can
At
meet
the
you at
rim.
the rim.
They
Yup.
can
You know what
meet
I'm
you at the
saying?
rim. Okay, okay,
That
all right.
and that is gonna hurt. Like if the Nets had that, I'd be talking about 40 wins. I'd be talking
Okay,
greasy right now.
yeah, but this is why we talking about 28 or 32. Give the top
So hold on,
teams.
let me hold on. Let me ask you this: how slow, how much defense do you think we get out of McCown Brown Jr. Just our perimeter defense from the 1 to the 3? Like, how good do you think that is? So you could kind of
It
alleviate the sense
The
of like
better
Danny Wolf
question
and
is how
Randall
much
it's
being
we
in
get out
better.
of
space. You
him
know
and
what I'm saying?
Yeager.
It's better, but it still has the same weaknesses all Sean Marks defenses has is that we we are bitches in the middle and
Why is it
we
Sean
don't
Marks defense and not Jordy defense?
Nah, you talking
it,
about the personnel. You talking about the personnel who we got at the center. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and you got to realize, I listen to others, podcasts, and I'm just letting you know, like, we not the only fans complaining about the center, bro. Like, Nets fans, universal in Australia, down under Dunker, all of us, man. It's like, bro, that is a issue. Like, it is a
Breezy,
glaring
that's because it's
thing
a
Nets
glaring
fans
issue.
always mention
But it's
about
not an
Sean Marks'
issue that
personnel.
but it's not an issue that we have
Breeze, it's
addressed,
not just an
and it's not an
issue.
issue on our rock, and it's not an issue that we have addressed this season, bro. We got what we got, bro. Like, and
But
we
no, it's
obviously
because
know.
he's saying Sean Mark's not Jordy because the personnel that he chooses a certain kind of center. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even they got Dayron Sharp taking threes. I heard, like, for what? The best thing you
Let,
do is grab offensive
let me
rebounds. Like,
let me like y'all I know y'all get mad at me when I get on this dude, but think about this really seriously. In 1 year, in one calendar year, he added 3, 6, 7 centers, power forwards.
What
Like
year was that?
huh? This year, he added
Name them 6, 7 centers. That's gonna be
danger,
playing minutes.
danger. No, they're gonna be on the roster.
No, they're gonna
Danger's
be
gonna
playing minutes.
they sure.
You
You
Danger.
talking
sure?
about Danger, Cheney, and Randall,
No, not
right?
Randall.
Who
Jefferson.
else?
Jefferson.
Jefferson,
Yeah,
who's listed at the 4. Okay, all right, yeah, I get your
yeah,
point, but go
yeah.
ahead.
No, we he has a type. And he's trying to prove of a philosophy. He wants to find his own Draymond. And what he doesn't understand is 30 teams for the last 14 years has been trying to find their own Draymond. That's not
Exactly, Pod. Facts.
that's not a reality. That's
Exactly.
and he
It's a
just
it's a
keeps
he chase. So
he,
basically, he chasing an outlier. That's what he doing.
exactly he doesn't understand that these guys don't grow on trees, and that's part of what he thinks that uh, this kid Danny Wolf is gonna do. Danny Wolf is just bigger, but Danny Wolf like you missing the part that Draymond is one of the most physical, undersized centers there are in the NBA. Nobody wants to tangle with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that's not Danny Wolf. Danny like you can't get that from him. And let me tell you, once you have that person who's playing the center, that anchor, that unlocks everybody else on the defense. That lets
Yup.
right,
that lets that
right,
lets Drake go off and
yeah,
and become like a Lou Dort type of player
Because
yeah.
because
because
you
they can
have
gamble.
somebody
They
behind
can
you.
get
I
real
think
quick.
Yeah.
They
I
can
think
get.
gon
They can
Well, hold on. Go ahead,
they can
Julie. Go ahead.
gamble a little bit, right? They can gamble a little bit because
Exactly.
they know they got that anchor in the paint.
Right.
Exactly. Like what and then the ball
I see
handler
Michael catch two
has to
stands
make it
still too. So that's real.
the ball handler has to make a decision like what is he where is he going to take this shot from. And the great ones can do the in between shots, but on the night in night out, that's you killing teams if you had a big.
Hmm.
I just don't understand why he doesn't see it. Like even the Golden State Warriors that he's so obsessed with, they had
Kevin Looney.
Bogut. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You
Right.
know,
Looney.
they always had a center to like be the
Yeah,
foundation of the
I
team.
understand
For
that,
sure.
but everything that you talking about is the most successful teams. We ain't nowhere near that.
No, but
You
he
just
talking
But
about
started.
he
You
how do you
said
talking
be
off.
about how he
how
built
do
the
you
roster.
become
That's what he's saying. He talking about how they
You
built the
take
roster.
you take baby steps, bro. Like that's what
But
we're
not
taking right
ain't no
now. This
baby steps, bro. Hold on. But he's saying is just a prototype of the center,
we
the
don't
other big
have
man.
that.
No, no, no. But what he's not saying we have it. He's saying the roster construction of how championship teams build a roster. This is what they doing. I understand what he's saying, and I'm saying, yeah, I feel you. We don't have that, but at the end of the day, what we have, can we make it work? And I think
but
Danny Wolf with the Aura Bros could work. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Going into the second quarter, part of it them working is going into the second quarter with the lead or at least a single digit game. You know what I'm saying? And I think Danny Wolf
It
started
can
at
work, but
that point.
they gotta hit the gates running. They gotta hit it running
Yeah,
offensively. That's the only way
yeah,
it's gonna work.
yeah.
Correct.
And
Because here's the
that's the
thing.
point.
Eh,
And that's
eh,
the point I've been
Go
trying to
ahead,
get to the entire time.
go ahead, Leaf. I
Right.
mean, let Joey say you're gonna say
Yeah,
because
No,
you
Joey.
already got it.
I
Yeah,
understand
you already know.
everything you're saying, Leaf. I get it. But my thing is when you're not going when those threes aren't going down and you're not looking good offensively, you need to be able to grind out games in the NBA, right? We don't have that type of ability. We don't have that personnel to do that. That's my only thing. That's the only thing I'm saying. I mean, I get it. The playmaking is going to look well. We got multiple ball handlers and they can play with each other and through each other. I get pause. I get that. But my thing is, what's happening when you got to play gritty basketball when your shots ain't going down. And I personally think we don't have the personnel to do that because we are marshmallow soft on the inside, like a chocolate chip fucking soft batch cookie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And
Hold on.
I agree with Pod
Yeah.
about the center thing. Listen, this is by design. Okay, if Sean Marks wanted a real fucking center on this team, he would have been got him. He's been here 10 fucking years. This is
Mhm.
not a coincidence. He doesn't
Right.
want a real center on this team, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen.
Yeah, now
Look.
hold on, Leave. Let me just get to this comment real quick. Illness fan, he said playing to win is totally different than playing the tank. Right. For 2 seasons we've been playing the tank for our draft picks. That's over. Right. Now we going into next season playing to win. And I'm saying MPJ and Randall trying to get that money, that moolah, that fettuccine. So they got a reason to play to win. Right. Then I'm just talking about intentions. Because there's listen to these podcasts, bro. Some of these players be playing for like how they motivated. Listen to Jeff Teague podcast. Listen to these different players talk. They are transparent about how the business in basketball could take away their love for the game sometimes. Case in point is that ain't Randall and MPJ. They coming in, they focus on the money. The Aura Bros, they got nothing but love from the Nets fans. They got something to prove in a sense. The way Michael talking, he wants to play and win here. He never played a regular season game. He already talking about championships. That's the mindset. I'm just saying the mindset of the team going forward is a play to win mindset to the comment. And yeah, it's more of that. And Diego definitely want to not just be looked at like, all right, it's one thing for me to go to 1 to the 2, but I still want to have some kind of say in the matter. You feel what I mean? So he's happy that he don't have to play point and he got a point guard and he could play the 2 guard. I was telling y'all that. And I'm telling you, they constructed this team the way they wanted it. And if Diego wanted to be the point guard in this situation, they wouldn't have drafted Mike Cal. But they drafted a situation where both of them could play the 1 and the 2. That interchangeable thing between both of them not having that set only one's responsibility of being the 1 or the 2, but interchangeable between the 1 and the 2 is what both of them want. The both of them play like that. I'm telling you, they build. I see with the vision. I see the vision. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I see the vision too, but we gotta acknowledge that the vision has to connect with everybody else on the roster as well. And one of the main things that I strongly believe that our coaching staff is going for is to get as close as possible to the most elite 5-man spacing as possible, bro. Like I like we ain't gonna sit here and act like we ain't seen offensive teams that was defensively challenged run out and win 50 games. We ain't going. I'm not saying that's us, bro. But what I am saying, bro, like defensively, a defense is not our strength as a unit. It's our strength as individuals. If you're gonna see Michael giving defensive effort, guess what? You're gonna see it from Diego as well. You're gonna like one of the things I've been posting all morning was that comeback against the Pistons because it's the one game where I could show you, bro, like that whole big man shit don't mean a goddamn thing, bro. We seen Danny Wolf get
Yeah,
countless rebounds
I
over Jalen Duran, bro, who y'all niggas want to give
I could
40
show you
fucking million
50.
to.
I could show you 50 fucking playoff games of last year where it was a blood sport out there. Where
Right,
I'm watching it and I'm going, how the fuck would Danny Wolf do against Minnesota?
bro.
Like,
You know,
like this,
who was asked that same. You know who was asked
So
that same
hold on.
question. Just to answer that question, do you know who was
Yeah.
asked that same question? Miles Turner. He ended up in the fucking finals and was a game away.
Hold on. Let's go to the chat real quick. I'm not cutting you off, Leaf. I just want all of y'all to whoever want to answer this comment because again, Money Mike 718, he a moderator on the page. He said Thunder, Spurs, Cavs, Pistons, Celtics, Sixers, Heat, Wolves, Knicks, Nuggets all have a legit big man. It is a must when building your team. So
Money
okay, now
Mike.
right.
Let's talk about them
No,
Right,
legit
let's
big
no,
talk
men.
go
about that.
deeper. Go
Let's
deeper
talk
than
about
that.
that.
Let's talk about
Go
that.
one step deeper.
No, no,
Hold
no, no,
on,
no.
Leaf.
Bef-
Go one
before we
go
Hold
we
on,
one
go
step.
into
let me
Wait,
say it.
wait.
Let
I
me
want
say
to
it. Let me
speak
say
on
my
that
piece.
let's talk
particular
about
thing.
how
Hold on.
Joker.
Let me say my piece real quick. Now, I will agree. This is a comment. It might as well be a super chat. This is a super comment. Now, at the and that being said, it's proven to work, right? So
Right.
why should the Nets go against that? All the fans saying that we
Bigger
should
than
get
that.
Jalen Duren.
The
I understand that, but go ahead, go
Big,
ahead.
bigger than
Nets
that.
is not
All the
going
guys
against
who
that.
have all NBA awards, all these guys who are being touted as these great defenders, all of them have a big center behind them. Not one of them is playing with Nick
Can I
Claxton
go down
behind
the
him.
list? Can
No,
I go down the
good,
list of these teams?
good.
Because
Of,
everybody's saying
of
they got a legit center, bro. Like the legit center on the Thunder is Hartenstein and maybe Chet, and we just saw Chet
that's a
get
legit
bitched.
center. He's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
7'4".
yeah, yeah, right. That's fine.
He's
All
a
right,
champion.
yeah. He
He's
is
a
a champion.
champion
He is a champion.
at
Fine.
21
That's
years
cool.
old.
Boom. Okay.
You calling a dude who's a champion at 21 years old a bitch? Do you
We
understand how
seen
crazy
what
that shit
happened
sound?
to him, bro. Like, let's not hold on.
You
Wait.
see,
Let me
I
explain.
mean, but he played against a player that's better than him, but he was a champion the year before.
I understand that, bro. Like, but I'm talking about how they play and what happens, bro, when they go up against the elite of the elite. That's what I'm talking about, bro. We
What are
saw
you
every.
talking? What, they
I'm
are the
talking.
elite of the elite.
I'm talking about the playing styles of some of these bigs that you're talking about. Outside, come on, let's be real, bro. Joker, Cat, they all had to
You're
start somewhere.
you're comparing Chet to the best basketball player in the world.
Yeah, that's what he
Do you
is
know how?
now.
Do you know how ridiculous that
Hold on,
sounds? You
wait. Pay
basically
attention.
saying he's not
Just
good
pay
because
attention. Hold on.
he's not better than the best basketball player in the whole wide world.
Bro, just pay attention to what I'm saying, bro. Like what I'm saying is the cat of the world, the Carl Anthony Towns of the world, the Jokers of the world. A lot of them dudes was labeled as finesse centers once upon a time.
No,
Maybe Danny Wolf is at that stage of his career right now.
nobody ever labeled Joker as a finesse player ever.
Joker always been a
I think
finesse
it's a
player,
He's
bro.
a he's a
Hold up. Why
he's
think
we
it's
sitting over here
10
lying?
you how you think he gets 10 plus rebounds a game?
Bruh,
He
it's
ain't
how he
always been
moved. Nah,
getting
it's
that
how
though,
he
bro. He been in the
right.
league 10
And,
years.
and
It's how he moved, bro. It's definitely he been known as a finesse player. I ain't even gonna
He
hold
been
you.
known as a finesse
Yeah,
I
big, bro.
yeah.
hey,
Finesse and power, bro. Finesse and power. I
I
ain't gonna
watch.
lie to you.
You can't. It's you. You comparing finesse, just finesse to finesse and power.
Right, right,
He's
right.
physical every fucking night. Like that's
But
why
he
Exactly.
Yeah.
but he
he gives
hasn't
people
always
hell.
been like that.
Yeah, no. I get.
Yes, he
Hold on,
has.
hold on.
No,
No,
he
I got.
Yes,
hasn't.
he
But
has.
No,
two
The
he
things. Hold
man
on,
rest.
hasn't.
bro. Two
The
things could
man
be
wrestled
true.
horses in his country. Like, trust me, he was strong. The whole family strong. It's genetically strong. He ain't never lifted a
They
weight in
got
his
they
Right,
life.
got
He
them
don't have
Vulcan
to.
muscles, nigga.
right.
Bruh.
He
We
don't
all
have
know
Can I
to.
we
say this
all
Like,
real
know
quick?
we all
Can I just
know,
make a
bruh.
point?
We all
I
know
think
Joker in year 2 was not what he is today.
right. Can
Right.
I say
We
this real
of
quick?
course.
Cat in year 2 was not what he is today. Let's
So
stop it. The only person on this list that's worth talking about that had a legitimate trajectory is Wimby. That's it. All of these niggas
Mhm.
is not who they are today.
so
Bruh, we
So
gotta
what?
accept the
That's
fact
besides the
that
point, bro. That's
that
besides the
they
point.
also wasn't
no,
23
it's
years
going
old
to
either.
my point, bro. If niggas just understand that there's a process with a lot of these players on our roster, like it is with Danny fucking Wolf, then we
Bro,
understand
let
how
him
it will
take
work.
it easy, bro.
yo, can
Why
I
is
say
niggas
this real quick
hard headed, bro?
about the big
Bro,
man
look,
thing?
I'm not saying I don't get what you're saying, but you getting upset as if you don't understand what we saying. The qualities that these big men have that they won an NBA championship. Danny Wolf, not necessarily. He not seasoned yet. It's hard to say a lot of he not
How
of
is he
this and
gonna
not
get
of
there,
that.
bro?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He not seasoned yet for us to say that he could be a rebounder that we need at the center. Everybody more look
Joe,
at him at the 4 than the
hey,
5.
hey,
A
You know what
lot
I'm
of
Breezy.
these
saying? The
centers,
Jokic
bro.
five,
in
A
all
lot of
the
these
things.
27
centers
minutes.
in year
Hold on,
two.
bro.
Jokic in
Hold on.
27
Hold on.
minutes. Jokic in 27 minutes a game got 17 and 9.8. So basically
Mm,
10 rebounds in his second year.
Okay, so
mm.
If
Can
That's
Danny
tough.
Wolf
you
get
know what
to
I'm saying?
27 minutes, bro,
If
before we
Danny
start
Wolf
comparing
has
shit,
10
bro?
rebounds, if Danny
Can
Wolf
Danny
has
Wolf
10
get this? Can Danny Wolf get to
also
27
also
minutes and
he
do?
was he was 2 years younger than Danny Wolf will be when the season start. Like
Can,
this is comparing Jokic to him is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like
bro?
you know what I'm saying?
I
To
don't
say
think I
No,
don't
it's
think
I don't think it is, bro, because the per 36 tells the
leave a
whole
lifeline real
story.
quick. I
The
don't
Yeah.
per
think
Yeah,
36, the
hold
per
on, leave,
36 in year one tells the whole story.
Hold on, leave. Let Joey go. You got the loudest
you
mic,
per
man.
36
This
merchants
shit
get
on
on my
super
nerves
max
with that
volume
shit.
right now. Yeah, your bike is
5
on
years in the
super
league,
max
you still
volume,
talking about
man.
per
Hold it down,
36.
man. Hold it down. Your
This
shit sound
niggas is
like
being
a fucking
disrespectful,
megaphone,
bro.
man.
Like, what do we want?
Hold on, leave. Let Joey say what he's gonna say. What you was gonna say, Joey?
no, I said I just want to throw Leaf a little lifeline. I don't think he's really comparing Jokic to Danny. He's just saying, hey, you got to give Danny time because at one point Jokic had to get to where he this level to where he's at. That's all he's saying. He's not comparing their game or saying he's going to be just as good as Joker. He's just saying, Danny
Hey,
got to take his lumps and bruises, just like
y'all
everybody else.
contributing to black
This hold
man's
on. This
poor
is not
heart
the finish.
health.
This is
Cause
not the
you would have a heart attack if Danny Wolf had 10
Th-
rebounds
th-
again this
right,
year.
right. But he's just saying this is not the finished product. That's all. I get what he's saying.
Nah,
Of,
that's
Now,
fair to say.
uh, uh,
I'm not saying that it. I'm
of
not saying that
course.
it is. But we was just talking about all of the senses that Sean Marks got. You see, you traded away Jared Allen, the closest thing we had to a
no,
big man, and we just looking at Danny Wolf for what he is. And again, like I said, if he could become a pick and roll center with the Aura Bros, bro, we were cooking with
right.
gas. You
And
know what I
let
mean?
me land my plane with this because people like to shit on chat. I agree with Pod about this. But what we got to understand is when it comes to big man, it's all about matchups. Because here's the thing: Wimby destroyed Chet, right? He
Right.
looked better than Chet. That's his kryptonite.
And
But
then Cat
Chet,
fucked him up.
but hold on. Let me land my plane.
Mhm.
And we seen the finals, and we seen Carl Anthony Town kind of like Big Boy Wimby. But guess who usually bitches Carl Anthony Town when he plays him? Chet. So the
Chat.
same nigga that Carl Anthony Town bitch, he
Styles
get
makes
bit
fights.
by. Yeah,
Styles
so
makes
it's
fights.
about
Okay,
matchups with big men a
so we
lot, bro.
understand that that it's a triangle going on, bro. One nigga kick somebody else's ass, he kick his ass, and then he kick his ass.
No,
All I'm saying,
So
just
no,
because you
but
get,
but
just
Danny
because you
Wolf
get
not
the
in this
other, just because
conversation though.
I
Danny,
understand, but how
just
is Danny
because you
Wolf gonna
get
get
one
there,
nigga
bro? If
ass,
you just keep
he's
saying
not
yo
gonna get
he
there.
ain't there, how he gonna get there? Pod, bro, you ain't even giving the nigga a chance at all.
No, I'm giving them a chance, but the reality is the Nets have 3 first-round picks next year. They're gonna use all 3 of them, and there's some of these niggas is gonna get replaced. Drake Powell, you don't get your mind right. Tunde Yesufu is gonna be available next year to be in the draft.
Nigga said
Uh,
Tunde yes a fool.
Yo, if Danny Wolf, you don't get your mind right. They got plenty of centers who was supposed to be in this draft that stayed in college that'll be there to
And
take your
that
job.
we all
So
know Sean Marks ain't gonna fuck with, bro. So you wasting your time.
well, there's that too.
You wasted your time saying that shit, bro. Like you know you did. That's why you left.
No,
You done
I
shot
agree
yourself
with
in
you
the foot.
already.
You
I
shot
agree with you
yourself in the
already.
foot.
It's not it's not my fault that Sean Marks is incompetent. That's not me. That's what he should do is get a center out of the draft. Shit.
That's what he
Even though I
should
know he
do.
don't do
That's
that.
what he did do. His name is Danny Wolf. Understand it, bro. Like if this is
Hey,
where the center position is going to, bro, like you can't see the vision because of
nah.
some physical games that happened this year when the damn 2025 Indiana Pacers just speeded past all of these bitch ass niggas, and then they was a win away and an injury away from winning the unthinkable, bro. Why we can't see that now? You know
I want
why? Because we don't like his style. We don't like what he look like. This nigga look like Sean Marks. That's why you don't like him.
you know what? I can't even lie. That's
He looked like
I'm gonna
Sean
say
Marks.
that's
That's why you don't like
I'm gonna
him.
say that's one hundo right there. I think you got me. You got me, Leave. You got me.
That's exactly what it is. I knew it the whole
Sean
time.
Marks,
He looked like
this
Sean
nigga.
Marks, and that's why you don't like him.
You know what Sean Marks is? Sean Marks is the dude at the sperm donor thing, just shooting his whole shit in everybody.
What the
And
fuck?
because
I
if you
just
look
got
at the centers he
monetized, man.
draft,
Come on, man.
Grant
Yeah, come on, man. How y'all gonna do me like that?
Grant Nelson looked like Sean Marks.
Wow.
Edge of Vicious, remember him? Edge of Vicious that they brought in when Sean Marks first
I,
got here.
I don't
Justin
remember.
Hamilton looked just like Sean Marks,
Justin
same
Hamilton looked
species,
exactly like Sean Marks. I
same
ain't gonna hold you.
same same species. You come on, man. Sean
Yo, they
Marks.
said, they said in the chat that we gonna develop Brennan and Nolan, man. We good. And Nelson,
uh,
Brennan and Nelson, man. We good, man.
Brennan and Nelson.
Yeah.
Nolan. You mean Nolan Traore?
No,
Nolan
no, no,
Trail.
no, no. I'm talking
No, you
about
talking
Nelson.
about Duke Brennan, the dude with the big shoulders. Horse.
Duke Brennan.
I don't
Yeah,
even
man,
know
the
what that is.
he was playing for the summer league. He got these are white boy with the big shoulders, man.
And ain't none of them niggas getting no damn roster spot. The starting center, the center, we picked the center in the draft, bro. The only problem that Pod has is that he looked like the goddamn GM. That's the only problem. If the nigga
No,
was, if the nigga,
I
if the
so for
nigga,
the Nets to win, for what the Nets are to, they need a guy who gets 10 rebounds a night.
if
I don't
Danny
want to hear
Wolf
no
was Derek
excuses.
Queen, if Danny Wolf was playing like, if Danny Wolf was Derek Queen, bro, you wouldn't have a problem.
Nah, I wouldn't. You know what? I was right and wrong on Derek Queen. It You have to create an offense around him. That's true. I was right there. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think this era of basketball you could
What
go
what
all center like that.
what if I told you that Danny Wolf has all of the things that offensively that Derek Queen is missing in his game, Danny Wolf has and has shown you. The only problem you got with him is that he looked like Sean Marks,
I don't agree with that. Nah, it's
bro.
one thing he got that he don't have. He don't have that back. He don't have that back to the game.
Who's a better
Hold on,
shooter?
hold on. He don't have that back to the. He don't have that back to the basket ability like Derek Queen do, bro.
Who's the better shooter?
He's the better passer. They're
Who's the
about the
better
same
passer?
shooting. Uh, Queen's a better passer, but they're the same. They're the
The
same,
only the
except
only
Danny Wolf
the
is two
only
years
difference
older.
is difference is we seen a nigga hit threes from 30 feet, and we seen a nigga gotta live inside of the paint.
Hey, did you watch the games that Common Maluach played?
No,
I've seen the highlights.
Jesus Christ. Listen.
That ain't Jesus Christ.
I don't know what NBA like y'all are making plans for. But this NBA, if they got Common Maluach in it, and they got Wemby in it, and they got a Day Mara in it and shit like that,
They
like
not gonna last that long.
how you judging basketball by whether people gonna get injuries?
No, I'm judging. No, I'm not judging basketball by that. I'm judging basketball by what I see. Bro, it's year 3, and Wemby has yet to play over 30 minutes in regular season. 30 minutes over 30 minutes in regular season games. It's for a reason. It's for a
Yeah,
reason, bro. Because
they're protecting them.
yeah, they're protecting him because they know that most likely if they overextend him, bro, his body ain't gonna be built for it. The centers back then was playing 30 something minutes a game because they was stationary. They didn't have to move as much. Now you
True.
gotta move. Now you gotta move a little bit more, and it's a
Uh,
common knowledge. Hold on, I'm gonna say
so
this, bro. Like,
he
and you're
got
not gonna agree with it.
29.2 minutes last year, 33.2 minutes the year before that, and 29.7 rookie year. That's pretty good.
In them 32 minutes, bro. How many games he played? I guarantee you
33.2.
didn't play over 60.
What are you talking about? Did he
Like,
play over
like I was saying,
60? Nah,
like.
he didn't. He played 46.
Agree at least that Danny Wolf at 6'11" and now at 260 pounds, who conveniently looks like Sean Marks, moves his feet a lot better than most of the bigs in this league, bro. Like, I don't
No, he
understand what
doesn't.
we watching.
He doesn't move. He doesn't move like a big. He plays
He
facing the
moves
basket.
guardy. He
He
moves
thinks
guardy.
he's
Yes.
he thinks he's a guard. He's not a guard, and he's not a wing either. Like there's nothing he could do with Jalen Johnson. There's nothing he could do with Siakam. Like this, I don't know why we stressing ourselves.
Then that means we got to play him at the 5 pod. Like, because
He's,
why did he put on the extra 10 pounds of muscle, bro? It's just some players, bro, that
I don't
can't
see
guard.
it though. Like he put on 10 pounds of muscle to do what?
He put on
Show
10
off it
pounds of knuckle to play
because
the
he.
damn 5, bro. Like, when we talk, hold up, when we talk about Joker, for years, and as
No,
good as Joker has been, and this
you.
is not a comparison at all. Hold on, this is not a comparison at all. As good as Joker has been, Joker has nothing, absolutely nothing for a healthy Joel Embiid. We can all agree on that. We can all agree on that.
I mean, it's whatever. But my point is, I don't know how you gonna see this league and think Danny Wolf is the answer to any question. In summer league, we saw it. This was when I was done with Danny Wolf. He's the
Oh boy.
closest to he's the closest to a 7-footer on the floor, and he didn't even jump the tip. How you letting
Bro,
how you
really?
letting a six
Not
seven G
Justin
leaguer
Fields.
Really?
jump for the tip? Pause.
Really?
Pause.
Now, how you
Really?
gonna
That
say?
you
Wow, wow.
bro,
How you gonna defend that, Lee? People
a
should be
tip
jumping
ball,
the tip,
bro. You
man.
you talking about a jump ball? Are y'all
Yeah, they
serious?
say he ain't got no hops.
He that's how limited he is jumping, that they put a 6'7" guy in to jump, for
Remind me what Remind me what Joker's vertical
Man,
is. Remind me
I
what Sangoon's
I'm
vertical
just
is.
saying
Remind me.
he's
he's
taller than
still.
Danny Wolf, though. He's taller than Danny Wolf.
That's what
Yes,
I'm
he is
saying.
taller than Danny Wolf.
He's the person out there getting the jump ball, whether he wins or loses. I don't care. But that's shameful that Chaney Johnson
You
would
see,
jump
you know
jump
what you've
ball
been
before
doing,
you.
bro. You see Sean Marks in this dude so much
Hey,
that you would take a
that don't concern
isolated
you?
incident, like a jump
Yo,
ball, like Mitchell Robinson, bro, like,
yo,
and you would
Joey,
just
that don't
use
concern
that. You
Joey,
would
that don't
just
concern
use
you.
that. No,
That your
it doesn't
center
Jump
concern
can't
me.
ball.
It doesn't
that your
concern me.
center
But
cannot breezy. It's
what
not
does
that's
that have
normal.
to do with winning the game? What does that have to do with winning or losing the game?
I
That he
Well,
think
don't
nah,
I
he
think niggas
that's a
don't like
real shit.
nigga.
So
This
I ain't never look at it like that.
It ain't
I
yo
nothing
got
to
something.
look at.
Leaf.
if you
They don't.
in
People don't
summer
like they.
league.
People don't. It's not really because of the aesthetic. People don't like Danny Wolf because he plays soft and small. That's why
Yes.
they don't like him. That's definitely
100%.
how he
Boy.
looks.
He plays soft and small, bro, but yet he done dunked on. We seen him dunk
Boss.
on two niggas, and we seen him move
Yeah,
niggas clean out of the way.
he caught them sleeping. Like
He didn't catch
come
them
on, man.
sleeping. Stop.
Come
He
on, man.
catch
You
them niggas
acting
right
like
on the
this is
run up, bro. They
now
were in the lane.
y'all wanna make me
They
believe
were in the lane.
he's Vince Carter in France. I don't believe you. I don't.
Niggas say he's Vince Carter in France. I don't believe you.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
Listen, bro. I don't know what
Badly.
else to tell you. The roster is the roster, bro. If you want a center, if you want
No,
us to pick if you want us to pick a center in next year's draft, you know it ain't gonna happen. You said it and you shot yourself in the
yeah,
foot. We
nah, we
picked the center already, bro. His name is Danny Wolf.
no, he got
Deal
a
with
year to
it.
prove it. They definitely will pick his like Cam Williams, the power forward from Duke. They will get that dude will be in their targets, and once you get him, you'll never see Danny Wolf again.
Listen,
Danny Wolf
I
would just
Who
be
got?
I put it to you this way,
come
bro.
on, Vamados.
I put it to you this way, bro. If we got Caleb Wilson this year instead of goddamn Michael, bro, Danny Wolf will
Yeah,
be starting at 5, and you wouldn't have a problem with it.
What?
Danny Wolf wouldn't be starting at no goddamn 5.
Easily.
Dayron is gonna start at 5.
Nigga said Dayron is gonna start at 5. No, he's not.
Yeah.
No,
Listen,
he's not.
they listen. I bet you money right now. When we open the season, the first 5 games, Dayron, Dayron,
Then
Dayron,
they don't want to win. Then
Dayron.
they don't want to win. Then they don't want to win. They not committed to winning.
Top 5. Hey, listen, man. Top 5 centers. Dayron, Dayron,
Dayron,
Dayron,
Dayron,
Dayron.
Dayron.
Do not believe in Dayron for over 18 minutes a game, bro. Let's stop this. There's a reason why he hasn't played 20 minutes a game, bro. Like, stop. He been in the league
Yeah,
5
because he's a
years.
foul merchant. They'll clean
Yeah,
that
and
up.
that's why he's not gonna start.
He's gonna start.
That's one of the main reasons why he's not gonna start.
No,
His
if he
reason,
stinks,
Yo,
he's
I
not gonna
said
keep
this
starting.
before,
But they're
and
gonna
niggas
give him
thought
a
I
good
was
5 to
crazy. Do y'all?
15 games.
Let me ask y'all a question because I said this on Twitter. Niggas thought I was bugging. I kind of see Randall playing some 5, a lot of 5 this year. Do y'all see that playing the 5
yeah,
for us?
yeah, because
Yeah,
Sean Marks
that's
set the
in our
roster
death
up that
lineup.
way. Sean Marks set the roster up that way. I understand it, bro. Like, listen,
Hold on.
me and PT.
Who's the 4? Who's the 4 if he's playing 5?
Randall. Randall's the 4.
No, no.
Oh,
I'm
I'm saying
saying,
if Randall playing
oh no,
MPJ.
MPJ's the 4.
MPJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but hold on. But everybody know, even when you look at his stats, like on ESPN, I'll pull up the stats. He's always played the small forward because of his back, not just here, but
That's true.
Yeah, but
look,
it's
He's
look,
not
'cause
just
look, that's why
MPJ though.
they
Aaron
We
have
got a
Gordon.
they've had
well,
That's
really
hold
good
on.
power forwards.
Let me
Come
just say
on.
Aaron
this.
Gordon
We
was
got a
the 4
plethora.
in the Denver Nuggets,
Right.
and
Let
he
me
was
just
the
say
Right.
4
this real
forward.
quick, please. We
But
got a
in a
plethora
death
of people.
lineup,
We
you
got a
move up.
plethora of wings we can put at the 4 next to Julius Randle. You got Josh. You could put
Josh not a wing.
Josh is definitely not a win.
I mean, not Josh. Joshua Jefferson. You can
Yeah,
put
he's
him at
not a
the 4.
wing. He's a 4, but he's not a wing. He
Okay, well,
plays.
you could put. I could sit me
Man,
personally. I
I
could.
cannot wait till the season start, bro.
You
Like,
right.
man,
You right. I
I'm
usually when I say wing, I mean 4. But
I'm so sick of
you
this.
could put Joshua Jefferson at the 4. You could put Noah at the 4. You
Mhm.
could possibly put Wolf at the 4. So there's options more than MPJ to put at the 4 with Randall being at the 5.
Yeah, no, but we just talking about a death lineup where you want jump shooters at every single position. Only problem is Nolan would be in there, and Nolan is not a good 3-point shooter
And
yet.
he's not, bro. There's a reason why he's coming off the bench, bro. He's gonna have to play against other bench players, bro.
No,
Like
he's gonna look
just
good. He's gonna
So
look good
can
in
I
that
can I
role.
he
say
gonna
this?
look, yeah, he gonna look very good against other bench players.
Would
But the
y'all
thing is,
agree?
you got to put him in there with a running squad.
I thought about this last night when I was thinking about Nolan. I was like, it would be great, right? If Nolan turns into a legit 1, we could play Mikael Brown as a legit 2 and move Jaeger as a legit 3.
Fuck no.
Why
I'm
not?
never
But
doing. I'm never doing no shit like that.
Because you take the advantage away from Jaeger at 6'10" at the 2 guard. He got the advantage there. You keep that advantage, just like MPJ got the advantage being as
My
tall
nigga,
as
but
he is
here's the
at the
thing.
3.
If Jaeger keeps growing and getting stronger, This nigga is 6'10", bro. They not gonna keep him at no 2 guard. He's still
Yeah,
young.
Bruh.
they
Still
is.
growing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
Yes,
is.
yes, they are, bro. We
Yeah,
need a
they
big.
is.
Hold on. This whole time we was talking about a small backcourt and a big backcourt. Now we got a big backcourt. We need to take advantage and keep them. You know what I'm saying? Keep it
Okay,
that
so
way.
with that
Like,
said, all right, I agree. I agree with that. But
especially if
we
we
can
got a
still throw
small front court.
we can still throw that lineup out there from time to time with Nolan and Mikal and Yegor on the floor together.
Facts. That is facts. That is factual. But at the same time, bro, like we gotta understand that the coaching style is gonna be based on more spacing and more backdoor cuts. The players that's gonna be getting the paint touches is gonna come from backdoor cuts and anybody that has a legitimate mismatches. But you gotta bring the center. You gotta bring whoever's the shot block on the other team. You just gotta find a way to bring them out, and that's what Danny Wolf does. Bro, look at the way he's guarded on each possession. I did it on my show yesterday. Look at the way that he's guarded, bro. Like somebody is usually ball watching and they're outside of the paint. They can't stand there. So a big goof like Rudy Gobert, bro, he got to get out there. I'm telling you, bro. Like if people
So you
got to.
say
If the
you
Nets
say
ever
so you
compete
saying
on the level of what
but this is what I'm. Hold on, I agree with Leaf. I see what
Oh
he's saying.
God.
He's saying that he could take these bigs out to the deep waters and see if they could swim. You know what I'm saying? Because Danny Wolf, he got a handle. So if you get a big like Rudy Gobert out there on the 3-point line, you could do work.
It's
But
called
that
elevate. Hey,
No,
hey,
you
Spencer,
can't.
Spencer did
No, absolutely not. That you still fish food on with Rudy
Spencer
Gobert.
did what
You
he called.
talking about
Hey,
the
yo,
six-time defensive player of the year?
That
And put,
nigga, that nigga
yo,
is.
just because American players don't like him, the reality is he tilts the chessboard.
he's the
He
big
he
baguette.
He only
he.
tilts the chessboard. He only tilts the chessboard, bro, when it's time to guard somebody with minimal bag work on the perimeter, and then he could go just fly out there. He know they ain't gonna do shit. If he's on a one-on-one island, bro, with somebody
Mm.
that's if he's on a one-on-one island with somebody that's 6'11", that's been proven to put the ball on the floor and get their own type of money,
Are you talking
like
about Danny
Danny
Wolf?
Wolf, then he's fooled.
You
Yeah,
about to?
I like it, Lee.
I don't like this for you, Leaf. This could be credibility taking. Danny Wolf, you putting a lot of stake
A lot
on
of
a
stock.
dude.
You spent a lot of stock in the Danny. Pod.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not putting a lot of stock into Danny. I'm putting enough for.
stop.
No,
I'm putting enough to where our lineup offensively is complete. Defensively, bro, we don't have no balance. Throw that shit out the window. We don't got
Yo,
no we don't got no high level defense. Throw
so
that shit out the window. We
so
got
instead of
offense.
getting
We
better
gotta
at
go all
defense,
in.
fuck defense.
Fuck
nah.
yeah.
If
Fuck
Danny don't
defense
do,
this year. Fuck it.
if Danny don't do good, you better ask him: is he ready to sell that stock throughout the season? Yo, Lee, you
Hey,
ready to sell that stock?
hey, that's that penny. It'll be a penny stock by the half if he's not right because
Y'all niggas,
because
I can't wait to
he's
the season start, bro.
he's 23 years
I
old,
just want to
dog.
hear niggas. I just want to hear
Dog,
niggas mumble, brother. Yo,
I
that
could
nigga,
understand.
that nigga Leaf, that
I
nigga Leaf.
Yo, I will give
He
you
got
your
it.
Yeah,
credit.
hold on,
I
hold
will
on,
give
hold
you
on,
your
hold on.
credit,
I just want to hear niggas
Yo,
mutter,
but
bro,
I'm
can
gonna
you
kill you if you
hold on.
wrong
Yo,
though.
bro, this is a daytime show. Can you ease up on the N word? You know, the comments is asking me for us to ease up on the N word. It's a daytime show. I'm just trying to see how things go in the morning. At night, let it fly. But
All right,
So,
fine.
but somebody probably playing this at their job right now on the big speaker, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, my bad about that. But listen, somebody is probably playing this shit.
Nah,
I'm glad it worked.
you just too passionate. It's this is a
just say
scrub.
guy or say person or say to keep
Yo,
the
the
same
reality
energy,
that
change
maybe
the
Nets
word.
fans don't want to face. Our center is in free agency, the person who has a shot is Dayron. Is what I'm hearing because I keep hearing from the Dayron stands that Dayron is better than Jalen Duren. If that is true, I'm willing to say that's true.
Man,
I'm willing to
stop
say
it,
that's
man.
possible.
Stop it.
That niggas.
I,
Yeah, I listen.
I will,
You
I'm
know,
gonna
but if
say.
you don't
you know
show
they
it,
taking that from a small sample size when
I'm
Dayron played Detroit and he kind of big booty.
yeah, I
gonna
know
say it. I'm gonna
exactly where
say
they're
it like
taking it from.
this. I'm gonna
But
say it like this. In the small sample size I took with Danny Wolf playing that same game, bro, like is invalid somehow, bro. But the nigga was in his first year, bro. Whatever. My bad. All I'm gonna
listen,
say is this, bro. I'm just waiting for how the voices is gonna sound, bro. Right after Danny Wolf is helping this lineup, bro, improve day after day, a game after game, bro. Like, and being the hub, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if he's shooting this amount of whatever amount of threes. It doesn't matter if he's getting it whatever amount of rebounds. All that matters is that his matchup can't do their job and lay in the paint and just block shots and rebound. That's all that really matters, bro. Like, he could be a whole distraction on the court in some games, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Now Yegor is getting 5 or 6 layups more than he got in any game last year, bro. Like, this is what I've been talking about. If anybody watched my video yesterday, they will understand exactly my theory.
Jordy don't even agree with you. Right? If you
Yeah.
watching that tape, you watching it wrong. Because I was a guest. I'm not a guest. I was in the comment section, and I disagree with a lot of things that you said. That game is a horrible game to judge. It really is because
It was multiple games.
I mean, I saw every game. I'm talking about the Detroit game. You focused on that a lot. So
The
You talking about
Detroit,
the
the
Detroit
only
game when Dayron kind of went off on Duran? That one?
the
yeah,
Detroit game, the only reason why I got to the Detroit game, but first off, he didn't even play that many minutes in that game. And the minutes that Danny Wolf did play, bro, like, he came up with key plays to bring them back in the game in the fourth quarter while
you know what?
Dayron was sitting the bench.
I'm gonna show you this Danny Wolf defenses in the paint
Where's
video.
Daron Sharp on the bench?
I mean, hey, we 30. What are we? 30 days away to no 45 days away from training camp.
Like 40,
Uh-huh.
40
So
something. I
basically,
don't
what
know.
Lee's saying, it wasn't Dayron that gave Duran work. It really was Mark Zuckerberg.
That's
Yeah,
the
man.
that's that
See,
nigga nickname. You know
this
what?
is the problem.
Hey, hey,
All y'all
this
see.
is free, Leaf. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this for free. Nickname for Danny Wolf. The Social Network. Bang.
Yo,
There
I
you
Yeah.
already
go.
told Leaf. I already told Leaf if Danny Wolf go off this season, I'm buying him a Danny Wolf jersey. No cap. I'm gonna get him
I'm
one.
gonna
Bro, yeah,
I'm gonna buy him
I
one that
don't.
say Social Network on the back.
I done heard so much, bro, about Danny Wolf. Bro. He looked too much like Sean Marks. He looked like Mark Zuckerberg. He's a lawyer, bro. He doesn't belong here.
Nah,
He,
he's a
Yeah.
banker. He's a banker.
this is an accountant, bro. This is somebody that handles your money. That's not somebody that you trust at the five. You
He
can't
work on
handle it. You can't handle it with lawyer hands. I'm just ready for
he work
so
on
many
Wall Street.
people. I'm just ready for so many people that's not in the same doghouse that I'm in, bro, right now, and they just sitting on the fence, just waiting. And they sit,
Mhm.
and most of them are sitting behind the fence
He-
to mutter,
He's a
and
trust fund
mumble.
baby.
Yeah, trust fund
He don't
baby,
got nothing on the line.
all of this, bro. Like, he's royalty without basketball. This, that. I done heard everything, bro.
Yo,
I
So
cannot wait.
I
you
was a
saying he
big
well off
Danny
even if he don't play
Wolf touter.
basketball?
I was
Even
a
if he don't play basketball, he well off. He gonna go.
hey,
Yeah,
he's good.
I done.
He's so good. Yo, his father
Yo,
is
didn't you say his people's got bread pod? You said
absolutely, absolutely. Those are they live
they from
in the
Chicago or Illinois, right?
Chicago.
no, they live in the Ferris Bueller part. You saw the
Like the Gold Coast or some shit.
Yeah,
yeah, that's where he's
Yeah.
they
from.
do live in the Ferris Bueller Park. I ain't gonna hold you,
He live in the
but
he live in the Ferris Bueller part, and he play like Ferris Bueller too.
he said he play like Ferris Bueller. He play like Mark.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yo, I
imagine.
knew we were in trouble because I have a brother. My brother's very tight. Me and my brother's tight. If he do his police when he was a cop, he's not a cop anymore. But when he was a cop, he get his awards, commendations. I'm there acting a fool, right? But one thing that's never crossed my mind as his brother is crying full tears like, at the
Bro,
NBA draft. That would have never fucking happened. And when
You
I saw
stupid, man.
that,
I'm just trying to
Hey,
imagine,
and when
bro.
I
Like,
saw
I
the
got a real
brother,
question for Leaf. I got a real
no, hold on,
Hold on, let
hold
me
on.
ask Leaf this.
I want y'all to contemplate this.
Okay.
Like, what kind of household do you have that you on live ESPN TV, you thought it was appropriate to just break out bawling, crying on your brother's draft night? I
Right.
I would like to know
at the
what
27th
what
pick.
does that household
Hold on, let me ask Leaf. I need to ask Leaf a serious question. Leaf, what do you think Danny stat line are gonna be this upcoming season, man? And if you
Okay.
hit it, I'm
Danny
gonna buy you a Wolf jersey, man. What's his stat line, man?
Danny
What the,
stat line at
yeah,
minimum, bro, like is gonna be
minimum.
6 and 7,
Okay,
or
bet.
14-5 and 5, around that mark. I can't give it no real numbers. 15-5 and 5, fourteen
Yo,
five, but
that
whatever.
would be criminal if on a team where you have scorer at the one, scorer at the two, scorer at the three, scorer at the four, right? All predominant scoring players, and then your center only gets 5 rebounds.
Because
That's utter failure.
the reason being is
Mm.
because the rest of your players in the lineup is probably getting more rebounds as well. Your center's getting
Nah,
Danny Wolf.
you need the
Oh,
No,
center
no.
to get more rebounds than
you
that. Come on,
fully
man.
Sean
Danny Wolf.
Marks.
See, the problem that y'all having is, bro, is that y'all
I
need
I hear that
y'all
New
need.
Zealand accent in your. I thought it was a Brooklyn accent. It's not. Using
Like I said, New Zealand accent. Now
you
you coming
you
at
from
now you coming
Falklands.
at me now. Now
You
you
from
coming at me
Auckland.
now. Now he coming at me now. Listen, what I was about to
Because
say
this is
was
sounding very Sean Markian. Like you saying the
what
center doesn't need to rebound.
I'm not saying the center doesn't need
Five.
to rebound.
Your
Rebound.
starting center only gets 5 rebounds.
I'm not I'm not saying
Yeah,
the center don't need the rebound, bro. Like
five,
you're asking me, bro,
five
like
minute per
What
pass.
is
realistic
That's
your
what he meant.
numbers.
choice for? What is the
No,
forecast for your choice of center? What numbers is he gonna put up? And you know what? You didn't lie. You didn't try to make some shit up about Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf would get exactly that stat
I
line.
said first off, I said at minimum. First off, I said at minimum.
Five
That's
rebounds is the minimum for a
so
starting center in this NBA.
in this NBA, and at minimum, I said at
Miles
minimum.
Turner gets you 9.
I said at minimum. Once again, you still stuck on I said 5. You still stuck on that. See, you get stuck on some things and then you don't like it, and then you match it with Sean
Dog,
Mark's
you don't
face.
believe that man is gonna get. So what? How many rebounds do you? If your positive mind, right? Your positive but sensible mind. How many rebounds a game do you predict Danny Wolf to get next year in the starting role?
Bro, everything depends on how we play. That's what you got to understand, bro. Like the lineup that's set up for us, bro. It's really set up. If Danny Wolf is in the starting lineup, it's more set up for the rebounds to go to MPJ and Julius Randle than it is to go to him, because he's going to be on the perimeter.
Well, yeah, Julius Randle is a known rebound
Yes.
thief.
You
So
know
is
how
so is
many
MPJ though.
rebounds Julius Randle averaged last year? He
So
averaged
so
6. You
so is
know why? Because
Michael
he was
Porter
playing with Rudy Gobert.
so
That's
is
right.
Michael Porter Jr. though. Michael Porter Jr. average around 8,
He
7 or 8
averaged around
rebounds.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
And he did that, with Joker, bro. Like he
So,
did that when he was averaging 5 or 6 rebounds. So
so they
rebounding to me is becoming more like a defense. It's becoming more team oriented based on how you play, or based on how your lineup your starting lineup is constructed. That's what it's based on. So guess what? If you somehow see Yegor get 7 rebounds a game, it's because he got the spacing to do it. If you somehow see our point guard, Michael Brown, getting 5 or 6 rebounds a game, it's because they got the spacing to do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no ideal rebounders on this team. The only ideal rebounder is Dayron, and that's it. And,
Dayron.
and he's gonna do his work off the bench like he been doing.
no, he not.
Oh
No,
my
he not.
God! All
He-
right,
they didn't pay him 9. They didn't give him a raise
they
to
paid
9
this nigga
million.
2 years, $20 million.
That's right.
That shit is cookie though.
Hey, but they didn't have to do it. They didn't
They
have to
could have.
do it.
You
They
right.
did
They
it
could have
because
packed
that's
him
their
up.
center.
They could have packed him up, Pod.
Hells yeah. They packed up a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't
He's the
pack up.
starting
They didn't
center.
pack up that many people. First and foremost, that's number one. Number two, they also paid Franz Wagner, who hasn't played 20 minutes a game since the bubble 2 years 19. They paid him $1 less. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, he gonna play. He probably gonna be the second, the
Yeah, I
backup
think
center.
it's gonna be a center by committee thing type of thing, y'all.
It
Our
probably is
game.
going to be a Sunday by committee thing, but if it doesn't lead off with Danny Wolf, then the Nets just don't want to win.
That's shit.
They
And
don't
he
want to
better want to
win.
win. What do
They don't want to win,
what do
bro.
y'all think it would take to get Sean Marks fired? Like, what would have to happen for Sean Marks to just lose
I
his
don't know.
job?
Smash Clara's eye, some shit like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the only way, right? Like,
But I tell
Yeah.
you this, bro. If Danny Wolf start going off for 20 points a game, with 20 and 10 a game, he ain't gonna never get fired. And then you're gonna get more and more sicker. And then every day
no.
you
With your
gonna get
sicker
more and more
moonshine,
stress.
more sicker
Every
than
Listen,
yours.
if he's performing enough, because one thing Sean Marks don't do, he don't have no accountability, but everybody else around him got accountability. Everybody else could be cut. Everybody else could be put off the team. Reputations ruined and shit. But he's never held to any kind of thing. But I'm telling you right now, they will clear room for 3 roster spots for 3 rookies next year. They will do it. So niggas better get their mind right. That goes for Drake
all
Powell. That goes for Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf especially. He's 23 years old, dog.
he's 20.
You
He
got
just turned 22. Bro. Like, man, come
Pie, you
on.
saying they gotta lock in, Pie?
that's hey, cause your job you will lose your job. You will be thrown into a trade cap fodder just to make the money work. You know what I'm saying? Like
Trade
you
fodder.
you could be out of here. So whoever don't play,
Pick him up.
he going.
Look, Danny Wolf just turned 22 in May. That's number one. Number two, this is only year two, bro. The NBA doesn't go by years. It doesn't go by your age anymore. It goes by mileage. That's what it goes by, bro. It's players that came in
No,
at 19.
it
This
goes by
player.
age too. That's why Yaxel Lendenberg looking like RoboCop out there
That
because
is a fact.
he's old. He's
Yeah.
just
Hold,
older
hold
than
on,
these
yo,
players.
Pipe,
Yo,
Pipe. I'm glad you
Jalen
went.
Wilson, goddamn
Pipe.
it, was
But
MVP the whole summer league.
hold on, Python, real quick. But let me just ask you, with this thing with Yaxu and Draymond Green, what is going on with that, bro? You heard about that?
Yeah, he said some disrespectful, old niggas on the team shit, and Draymond don't love it. So Draymond's gonna see him in practice, just
What?
like he saw
You
who.
taking Draymond side on this pod? Are you serious?
I'm not taking Draymond. I'm not taking sides at
Hell
all.
nah. Draymond, from the story I got, Draymond caught an attitude because Yaxel was talking about making a pitch to LeBron, joking about it. And then Draymond went on his podcast
No, it was
trying to
deeper than
belittle
that.
dude.
He said something about his age. He said like the old people, and I started dying laughing because nigga, you the oldest nigga in the draft.
Yeah, but I kind of think I don't I think me personally, I think Draymond is threatened by Yaxel because he coming for his spot.
Right, right.
Maybe they don't play the same position, but maybe,
But still,
maybe.
he a big man that could set screens. Know what I mean? Find
Right.
a shooter off of the
I
screen type shit.
I know
And
we
then and
haven't
then
had a
also let's
player
bring
like
this
this on our
element in there.
team, but
Draymond
how
also
many? He
played that
got 4 championships. They got 4 rings,
Draymond
right?
played that Draymond played that Michigan State. Yaxu was from Michigan, so they schools is like big, you know what I mean, rivals too as well.
Yeah, there's
So,
that. There's that, but he's not like he didn't go there for like 4 years and then he just showed up, got paid, and won a ring. You
but
know,
I just think my thing is though, Pa, I don't agree with Draymond on this because my G, like even if you don't agree with the stuff your rook is saying, why not pull him aside? Why you got to go on your podcast and try to belittle him like that? I just think that's corny. I think that's whack. You using your rook for clickbait? Really, Draymond?
Bro, I'll tell you why Draymond is doing
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because he's a clutch client. That's why clutch clients do a bull BS all the time, bro. They can't be trusted. This dude is from Saginaw, Michigan, bro. Like I worked for a dude. I worked for a dude from Saginaw,
Dog,
Michigan,
I
bro.
met a
Like
girl from Saginaw. I used to deal with one. Good God.
yeah, I worked with a dude from Saginaw, Michigan, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like they got this way of just telling you like subtly, but not unsettly. You know what I mean?
So
It's
hold
just
on,
like a weird.
what's
It's
wrong with
just like a
Saginaw? What's
weird
going on
mix
with
with them.
Saginaw? What's going on with Saginaw,
Let's
Michigan?
just say it's a little hood.
Okay,
Nah, it's a little sneak. I ain't even gonna say it's hood. It's
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 on
it's
some
it's kind
sneak
it's kind
shit.
it's kind of cutthroat out there.
Yeah, it's on some sneak
okay.
cutthroat type activity.
Duly noted. Duly
Yes,
noted.
sir.
So, all right.
Small town, kind of like small town mentality. You know what I mean? Like small town, not a lot going on, so it's a lot of crab in the barrel type going on. A lot of niggas trying to climb on each other back to try to
It's
make it.
definitely crab in the barrel activity
Yeah.
for sure. There's no
Damn,
doubt in my mind.
I ain't never going there.
Ain't no need to go there
No
ever.
disrespect. We not trying to disrespect Saginaw. Anybody listen to this? Cause listen, man, listen. It's some cutthroat dudes in Brooklyn. It's cutthroat people everywhere. So
Yeah, that's true.
we just saying that,
Be on
we ain't
point
trying
if you
to.
ever in Saginaw. Know what I mean, be on your toes.
Let's just say we just saying Saginaw is not Beverly Hills. That's all we saying.
Saginaw been questionable. Just untrustworthy individuals. Very untrustworthy individuals, bro. Like it's one of I'm telling you, they one of them dudes, bro. Like if you walking with them, you just ask, bro. Like even if it didn't happen, you be like, "Yo, did you pick up $5 just now off the floor?" And they be like, "Nah, no, hold up. Oh, nah. Yeah, I got it. All right, cool."
Yeah. Well, that's enough of ragging on Saginaw. But I just didn't like it, man. I don't like Draymond, but listen, I agree with Draymond sometimes. Like I agree with Draymond when he went at old boy from Miami, Haslam. He was right about that. He was right about that because
What happened with
Haslam
Haslam?
Haslam had pretty much he kind of crucified Draymond for punching Poole. He criticized him for that. So when Bam hit Hero, he was like, "Oh, it's funny how you ain't crucified Bam for hitting Hero like you crucified me for hitting Poole." You know what I mean? It's funny. What's the difference? And that's in your house. So he kind of got Haslam on that. Haslam came back and he made a whole bunch of excuses, talk about where it's an age difference, and no, it's not. Listen,
Yeah,
you took
he was
you said
playing up for the cameras.
you
Like that's
listen, Haslam. But hold on, let me land
yeah.
my plane real quick.
I
Haslam,
lost a
you
lot of
said
respect for him for that.
who Haslam?
Yeah, because
Yeah, me too.
Haslam has fought dudes on the team, and that
No,
and part of his whole
but Pi, you can't front that Draymond kind of caught him with that though.
he's definitely caught him for sure.
Yeah, but Haslam, he got mad about it, but it is what it is. You kind of being a hypocrite, bro. I gotta agree with Draymond. You talk about how
He's
strong
playing up for TV because
you talk about
the
you
Miami Heat have fights all the time.
right, but hold on. You talk about how strong Bam is, and if Bam really wanted to beat Hero up, he would have did it. And it's not really that big of a difference because they're not that far in age. No, bro. Listen, Bam is way bigger than Hero. We already
Correct.
know Hero is not about no action. He the type of dude that's gonna talk shit, but when it comes down to it, he ain't gonna fight. So if you know what you're dealing with, and you know you bigger than him, and you know you could really dismantle him, why even bother being physical with him? That's just
Right.
how I see it. I'm not gonna sit
My
here and go
pops
crazy.
always told me your mouth is your ticket to a punch in the mouth.
True,
You know what I'm saying?
but here's
Like,
the thing, Pat.
and both
I'm
of
not
them
gonna.
have that
I
kind of
agree with
mouth.
that. I agree with that, but I'm not gonna go crazy on a dude unless he get totally like if you just got disrespectful like about my family, my
Yo,
wife, or my
Jordan
kids.
Poole is disrespectful. Like, we've
My,
seen his
my thing is,
antics.
bro, he said something disrespectful about your game. Like, who cares? You punching niggas because of some basketball
No,
shit?
worse, much worse. You say something about my wife, but they said something. He was counting other people's money. Remember
Who?
that was Draymond's contract year
Yeah,
right before he got his money, and for him to quote and say, "Nigga, they
he's an
never gonna
expensive
pay you."
backpack for 30.
What you say?
You talk about what Jordan Poole said when he said Draymond is an expensive backpack for 30?
Something like that.
Yeah, but here's my thing though. I don't know. I heard that Muggs was mad that Poole was about to jump the line and get paid, and they wasn't feeling
No,
that.
Poole was already paid. He was paid when they fought. He had
Okay,
already
but
gotten
they
his
was mad because Poole was making more than them.
maybe because Draymond was going into, but Poole commented on the money. You never. That's why NBA players aren't at an uproar for this because
Right.
you don't talk about another player's wife. You don't talk about another player's money.
All right, so you
You know?
telling me if somebody talk about your bread? Listen, if somebody talk
You
about
can't
your
tell
bread,
me. I'm gonna punch you in your mouth if you tell me I can't get the contract I'm arguing for. We fighting.
I'm
Me
just saying.
personally.
Okay, we gotta
Because
disagree on that.
who are you to say I don't deserve my money? Trash
But who
talk or no
cares?
trash
But
talk?
Pop, my thing is, who gives a shit? You still getting paid? Who cares? It's a
No,
lot
he
of people.
cares.
We as fans say a lot of
It's
niggas shouldn't be getting the
principalities
money
that
they
shit.
getting. Excuse me, I
Not
ain't mean
when
to
you
drop you that bomb.
at the negotiating table. That's not a game that's played. Remember, Poole had his money. Draymond was in his contract talks. You understand what I'm saying?
Bro,
And
hold on.
Let me ask something. Is it fair to say that Hero is not on the Heat because of the negotiations? Like Bam won't take less money for Hero to stay?
Yes.
no,
But here's the
that's not
thing.
fair.
Hold on, let me address somebody in the chat. You talk about that's a weak comeback, bro. Hero is not on the Heat anymore, so that's a bad comparison. No, it's not. Hero literally just left the Heat, bro. That's a straw man argument. My thing is that was Miami Heat business. The reason why Hero
Yo,
is not on the Heat is because of the situation that went down with him and Bam. So that's weak. At the end of the day, Haslam is supposed to be this super OG, Miami OG. You know what I mean? Nipping things in the bud and calling out BS. And some BS happened in his own house, under his own pup, with the young players under his tutelage, and he said nothing about it. He said nothing about it. He was quiet about it. But you had everything to say about another man's business. That's weak to me.
This is a dude that told his teammate Jimmy Butler like they were gonna fight right there. We caught it on camera. We all saw it in 4K. He told him talking about Draymond is crazy. But seriously, it's crazy.
No, it is crazy. It is. And I was with him until the situation with Hero and Bam came out. I was with him.
There's famous stories about the Miami Heat getting into fights and shit going down.
Right.
You know,
But
you know
listen, we talk about stuff that came out though. That you gotta
hold on. I'm gonna just add just real quick to your conversation. Range Rove moderator and member, he said the coaches and staff watching them speak to each other, if they see his peers think Ye don't deserve something, it could influence the staff to lowball, give him a lowball number when it's time to negotiate.
That's a BS argument. That's a BS argument, Breezy, because these front office people gonna do what they want to do regardless. They don't care about what another player
sensitive though. Like for NBA
no, but listen,
arguing for
but listen, that's not
millions.
holding no weight. That's not holding no weight. If the front office likes you and they want to pay you, they're gonna do it. They don't care about what another player's opinion is.
Yeah, but we're talking about a four-time
no
champion. We're talking about a four-time champion. We're talking about the defensive hub of a legendary team. This is not a regular nigga. Like, I mean, excuse me.
Okay, so at the end of the
regular dude. At
the end of the day, can we both agree that they both was at fault? Here's what we know, right? We know that Draymond is known for being a bully. He's known for trying to bully people he think he could beat. We also know that Poole is known for talking shit. So,
and we also know that Steph Curry is not a petty guy. And when that shit happened, and the camera panned and looked at him, and he just was like, well, he didn't run to help Poole or nothing. Like he just was like, he looked like he deserved
because they all scared of Draymond. Everybody know that, even Steve Kerr. Listen, Draymond went on his pod and threw his own coach under the bus. He said, man, Steve Kerr came up to me and told me, you know what? I'm kind of tired of defending you at these press conferences and da-da-da-da. And I told him, you ain't got to defend me. Blah, blah, blah. Why would you leak that conversation you and your coach had? This is the type of individual that Draymond is. Like, he uses people for clickbait. He's an attention whore, bro. And he's a bully.
That fame, he's planning to keep having fame after.
He bullies. See, the thing about Draymond is Draymond bullies who he know he could get it away with it with.
Yeah.
He's not bullying no James Johnson. He's not bullying, you know, a Montrezl Harrell or somebody like that. He's not bullying no Bobby Porter. He's not doing that. You know, it's easy to go off there and hit on Little Pool or hit on this little guy. My thing is, listen, man, like I said, it's words. Somebody don't think I deserve something. I don't care, dude. I'm still getting it. Your words don't mean nothing. There's a lot of people that think a lot of people don't deserve stuff in this world. We as fans talk about these guys' contracts. This guy don't deserve that. He don't deserve that. He don't deserve that. We all pocket watch. Even people at work pocket watch each other. Oh, how he get that? How he get that new car?
It does go against the code, though, especially in NBA basketball. Like I've heard players say
it goes against the code. My thing is, I still don't think it's enough to go and punch somebody. Me personally, the only way I'm letting off, unless you did some sneaky stuff to stop me from getting my bread, you said something about my family, or you know what I mean, or something like that. Super disrespectful.
But
I don't care what you think.
You in the negotiating table and dude is commenting about how much you trying to get. I don't have no problem with it, yo. Because honestly, there's a lot of young dudes that be looking for it, and because you might be a upstanding individual and you don't want to really, you want to try to turn the other cheek or let it go, but some people really just deserve.
But it goes both ways, though, Pod. It's a lot of young dudes that be out of pocket. I agree with you, but can we also agree it's a lot of older dudes that think young dudes supposed to kiss their ass?
But hold on, let me. But hold on. Just on the business,
there's
hold on. Let me
too,
say.
I don't think either one of them. But if me and you, like, where I get all my altercations is at the 24-hour deli on Myrtle. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Oh man!
Wow, yo, let him tell
get my goddamn chicken chop sandwich. Eat simply. It always got to be some shit. You know.
Yeah. But, so you talking like that because of your experiences. What I'm saying is, I see both sides because I see a lot of young boys getting crazy at the mouth and they don't got no disrespect. However, I also see where sometimes old heads be giving these young boys they ass to kiss, and they be disrespectful, and they think just because they older.
Joey, I feel what y'all saying, but I think the large part of it is that they can't call them in the same room for contract negotiations. They got to speak one at a time, and that's because they not willing to take no pay cut for the other player. Like. They like, yo, yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, he a good teammate, but you asking me to take less money because he a good teammate. I think these are some of the things that happen in the business of basketball between teammates that we don't know. And the reason why I said that is because of the hero conversation. In the thing with to Poitras's point, the conversation with about what Yaxu said. Because they know the Golden State Warriors probably feel like why we should re-sign Draymond Green to a big contract when we got Yaxu. We at this point we trying to move on. We trying to replace him. You know what I'm saying? We don't have Clay. You know how long Draymond gonna stay next to Steph Curry? Is he really like this defender of Steph Curry and Curry can't play without Draymond Green? I don't think the Warriors feel that way.
Let me just say this, Breeze. That whole Golden State Warriors shit is on its last leg. It's been on its last leg.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a building standing on its last pillar. Okay, like they're trying to salvage it because they still have Steph Curry, but it's over, my G. Listen, you let KD run. I mean, you let Draymond run KD out of there. Listen, you couldn't make it work with Poole. You missed on Wiseman. You missed on what's the other young boy that went to Atlanta that they had drama with that he wanted playing time? Yeah, you couldn't make it work with Kuminga. I ain't gonna say you missed on him. You couldn't make it work with Kuminga.
Championship though. They did get a championship. They did get a championship in between all that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Pod, their decisions. This is my point. The decisions they made with their young personnel and other personnel caused them to not continue their dynasty.
Yep. That's true.
That's my point.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think they tried to continue their dynasty by getting Wiseman. Wiseman is a #1 pick. And I remember when it happened, I was like, how the hell they get a #1 pick? Kind of like the Spurs thing, you know what I mean?
So let me just say this real quick. So now that you missed on all of those young boys, you ran off Kevin Durant, you ran off Jordan Poole, What are you stuck with? You even ran off Klay Thompson. That was a part of the core. What you stuck with? An old ass Curry and the old ass Draymond. And you try to bring in other old motherfuckers to try to salvage the shit. That shit is done. Pack it up.
No, it's over. That's true. It's over. But they're gonna try. They're still gonna try because it's Curry. You know what I mean? It's not just any old player. It's Steph Curry.
No, but that's
trying
the
to
thing.
let Steph Curry do the best he can on the way out. You know?
Right, but they best bet is to try to recruit players that, I don't know, I won't say play like Curry, but at the end of the day, have some type of skill set that can help Curry. And I don't see, like, even Pod, what's his name? Podminsky or something like that?
Podminsky, yeah.
They missed on a handful of
Podzemski.
players.
Yeah, he's nice, but he like a nice little six man though.
Did they start missing on talent before dude left the GM, or he was there when they was missing on
you know what it was? They were in 2 bad drafts that had better players in the lower area than the top. And then I think they picked Wiseman once. And who's the other one?
What up, Beeman boy? I see you.
Both of them look like can't miss players.
Okay,
bro, Wiseman was a lottery pick, Breezy. I think he was like the first or second.
He was the
pick,
number one pick.
Yes.
Number one.
Bro, they had a dynasty going on and got the number 1 pick at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They tried to give it to him. They tried it, but like you said, it worked. So I just think that they got to move on from Draymond just off of the strength that he's doing more harm than good now. You know what I mean?
He been doing more harm than good. But my thing is, how is Draymond so bulletproof when everybody's done gone, right? But he's still there. KD, he ran KD out of there. Klay got up out of there. Poole's out of there. But yet Draymond is still fucking there with Curry.
He bullied that way through. Because he been would have moved off of him if he, punch Poole.
That's what I said. But what I'm saying is, Breezy, people are scared of him. People are scared of him in that building. At the Warriors organization, you could tell Curry's low-key scared of Draymond.
Yeah. I don't know if he's scared, but he definitely defers to him.
Not my fault.
Bro, you talk about he not scared of him, but you deferring to a player when you the coach? Come on, Pod.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's hard to tell a man who's worth $300 million what to do. It's not. It's a dance. You know what I mean? You gotta do that dance in a way to make sure that you don't lose the player.
I personally think why they picked Yaxu? You want to give me this is my opinion.
Nah, they want to compete now. They picked the
yes, they want to compete now. He's an older player, and I think that he's a player that they think can replace Draymond. That's my opinion.
They don't play the same position in the NBA. One is a wing, one is a power forward.
Yaxu don't play the 4?
He played the 4 sometimes, like when they went to Morez Johnson, when they put him at center at times. Mm-hmm. But Morez started at power forward, and he was
really. I could have swore that dude was a 4, man. He looked big as hell, Pod.
Hold on, I wanted to ask you a question.
19-year-olds.
I wanted to ask you a question. I had seen this content, and CJ McCollum was asking. I'm basically saying some players only play because they good at playing, but they don't have love for the game. And I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all have an eye to see who loves the game or who's just out there just getting their money type shit? Like, I'm at work. I'm just showed up because I don't want to get fined type shit. I ain't got no more PTO.
There's really no way to measure that. There's really no way to measure that. Like, you could say someone like a Ben Simmons or even like Drake Powell. Drake Powell, I don't know how he has all these gifts and he just doesn't dominate. But everybody's different. And I don't think fans should operate like they got a heart meter. You don't know what's inside of someone's chest. You know what I mean? You can't tell.
But I totally agree with him. I think it's players who play basketball or play sports just because they're good at it and they want to make money, right? and they don't necessarily really love the game. I mean, they probably think it's cool, but it's not like their favorite thing. And then I think there's guys that play that just absolutely love the game, right?
Mhm.
You got
Mm-hmm.
two things could be right at
That'll
the same
die on the
time.
court.
I
Yeah.
also agree with Pod. It's very hard to measure that when you see a guy out there playing, because you don't know what's going on in their heart and their minds. They might
Right,
really, you know what I mean? You don't know,
right.
so it's
But
hard to measure
this
that.
If
right.
you
All
might
right. So
think
let's
that
say this.
Kawhi don't care. If you looked at Kawhi just not in the results of his game, if you just watched
Right,
how
he don't
he
show no
operated,
emotion on his face. Yeah.
yeah, you would think that he don't care. But when you watch
Or
him
Tim
play,
Duncan. Tim Duncan can't be that good and
You
no
you
care,
can't
bro.
you can't just go off
another
a
good
play.
one.
My thing is you can't just
Yeah.
you base it off somebody's demeanor, because that's not, can't do
Right.
that. Like
All
Pod
right, so
said.
maybe hold on, and maybe too, I didn't articulate it the same way CJ did. Let's just watch this and then recap it. It's only 52 seconds.
Everybody likes basketball. And I'm not like saying that like in a facetious way, but like there's guys in the league that don't necessarily like basketball. They just play it because they're good at it. But we go out to dinner and guys are watching on their iPads or their phones. They're aware of what's going on in the league. Guys go on optional day. Guys are in the gym. You know, JJ works as hard as I've seen anybody work. And obviously I play with Dame. And Nikhil the same way. Like in the gym, I go at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. after I put my kids down. He's in the gym. I go on an off day, JJ's on the table, then he's in the weight room, then he's doing his barefoot work. And you know what I mean? Like he's always working. He's always working. Gabe's going in at 7, 8 a.m. Corey Kisper, same thing. I go in the steam room or a sauna, Jock's in there. Like everybody is working towards something. The guys that play, the guys that don't play. And I think when you have that type of culture, I think it's easier to be successful because everybody's not afraid to work. Everybody likes.
All right, so you see what he says. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I brung it up. And I agree. It's hard to gauge that from a fan perspective, but it's kind of like, I don't know.
Can I say
guess,
this real quick, Breeze? But you know who do know? The players know. The
yeah,
players
I
that,
think he knows. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You know based off of the guys that you've been around playing the game and in the locker room, you know who really loved the game and who just playing for a check. You know who's like a Kevin Durant and is a basketball savant and is at the club with a basketball in his hand and would go shoot and play basketball after the club, or vice versa, like a Ben Simmons that got his money and said, I don't care, I'm gonna just go fishing for the rest of my life. Who can, whatever. I was good at it,
right.
but you know,
I'm good at fishing too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm good at a lot of things, not just basketball. Watch me work.
right. Or somebody like a Rondo. Rondo loves the game. Players always talk about Rondo and how he would pull them to the side to watch film with him, even on the plane and everything. Like he's always entrenched and soaked in the game and trying to learn. That's the guys that really love it. The guys that, hey, even when they not at practice, they're doing something to try to work on their game and get better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's some dudes and I would say most of the dudes that are in the NBA are psychos for the game. They're obsessed, you know, and some of them are just naturally gifted. You know, you can't teach what Drake got. You can't teach 43-inch vertical. Like you just can't. You can't teach 7-foot wingspan. That's not normal. But does he love it? Is it a priority? Is he obsessed with it? Does he hate when he fails? Those are things only time can tell. You can't tell looking at the dude's face. You can't tell from one game. Over time, you get to know the player. And you establish.
Bro, some guys are just gifted and they just got a weak work ethic.
Word.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Good. Or they don't, or even when they work, like, and not to bring up your guy, Breezy, it's not a shot at you at all, but Cam Thomas didn't want to work on the things that he didn't like. Every time you saw him working in the summer, he was working on bag work. You need defense, man. You need to balance. You need balance, my boy. You know.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, he ain't nowhere right now, bro. I looked for him the other day, Instagram. I Googled to see if he did anything. You know what I mean? He is not on the radar at all.
Yeah, you know how sick I would be if I had 28 million on the table, and all I had to do was just take it, and I'd still be a Brooklyn Net right now.
Yeah,
with 28 million in my pocket.
He got to be
That's
excited about that.
yeah, that's rough. That's rough. But he can still make it back though. The sad thing is he would be perfect for this version of the Nets. Have him come off the when scoring is tight, you have him come off the bench and just go off and be himself. That would have been perfect, but I think he wanted to be Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
He's
All right,
not
so
Kobe.
all right, so we're gonna listen to this clip too, because again, this is the players. These are the players that's talking about it. So I kind of like listening to them to see what their perspective and how far fans' perspective is from an actual player or ex-player perspective. So I like listening and recapping their content. We could do the same thing with
Like
Jeff
that every
Teague. This
game.
is only,
Every
it's only
average.
Would you
Exactly
clock
12. Told y'all we was at the
under
gym.
50
Like, I
seconds.
don't care.
I got to average 12 and 5. I'm cool. He trying to get 35, 8, and 8.
Why you only had the average 12 on 5?
Because they told me I get 40 million if I average 12 and 5.
Oh, you mean to tell me you get 40 million for how many years?
At that time, it was going to be 5 years.
For averaging 12 and 5?
That's what they told me.
Man, I could have done that. Like,
That's
shit,
what everybody said.
that don't seem hard.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna say it was easy, but it wasn't hard. I could
hear
have
you.
did it, but our GM got fired anyway, so I ain't.
So
get
you made sure you got that every game. And you
I average
was
exactly
you clocking
12
the
and
board?
5.
Was you clocking like looking at the clock like?
Oh yeah. I mean, y'all watch basketball. That's all players do. If y'all look, they put the camera on them, and the people go up like that. They looking at their stats.
Ooh.
I told y'all.
See, and this is what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong with it. I get it because it is a business, so I understand it. But as a fan, if it get in the middle of, if your numbers is more important than winning, then the fans are going to see it. And I think that's what we be saying. Oh, these players stat padding, or they just trying to get their numbers. And you got Jeff Teague right here being transparent about how they care about their contracts. Like they trying to make sure they fulfill late player obligations so they can negotiate the contract that they want. And I think a lot of these players be money motivated. Sometimes it could be in the fans' favor where they playing well, and it helps us lead to wins because they care about the winning part too. Or sometimes they just don't care. As long as they put up their numbers, they good. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's interesting from a player's perspective.
Dudes be wanting to meet their clauses. You know what I mean?
They
You got a little
quotas and shit.
clause in your contract that if you average 14, you're gonna get a little bit more money. You know, they're gonna prioritize that.
Hell
You know, but
yeah.
that's why building a team, getting it out the mud is so important, Breezy, because their bond and the reason what they play for is deeper. You know, once you get traded that first time, you say, "Oh shit, that's fucked up. They traded me. It's a business." But if you're a kid, you grew up in the building, you and your boys, and y'all fought and y'all lost and y'all won together. You can't create that bond. You know?
Yeah. I wanted to specifically act. There was specific content. I was gonna reach out to you to do a show. But this specific content I wanted to talk to you about, and I think we spoke on it more, but now it's just us here. I can elaborate on it. Do you think it's the right thing for players to have more of a voice with media because of podcasts, because of the narratives that big media might spin on them per se, because it might affect their contracts? You know what I'm saying? You heard what Stephen A said about Jaylen Brown. You know, he like, oh, the whole thing with Nike, and Jaylen Brown's like, oh, so you got a say in the matter. So how you talk about me, you know, they may bring that up in that may be contention on what my contract might be or might not be, or I might not be able to sign with this. You understand this brand or something like that because of something that you said. So my question to you is, do you think that it's a wise thing for players to get on podcasts and create their own narratives because of the big media?
It's the problem is that even when they do it, they could get blackballed so easily and lose money. Like I write militant books. I have a militant podcast. I talk my shit. but the players have such an opportunity to touch so many people and change lives that I almost feel like it's okay to be undercover and just hold it down because they come for you, you know? Like really all of this is people coming, is corporations coming for this kid. And when they come for you, they reveal your secrets, they show you at your worst light, they make fun of you, they try to humiliate you. And for someone who's trying to make positive change in the world like Jaylen Brown, I think that's unfortunate, you know, but they don't like that. They don't like look at Shador. Shador have his own channels. His brother's a content creator. His father's a NFL legend, and they still don't like him just being a symbol of success.
Mm-hmm.
You know
But
what I
you
mean?
know, you
Like,
know,
he didn't even do anything wrong.
Right. But see, to me, it's one-sided because you know they was talking about ESPN and all of the layoffs, and part of it was because of Pat McAfee.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pat McAfee has this independent business where he getting two different checks.
Right.
ESPN has to pay him so much money, right, that they can't afford the other personnel. And the other personnel just making $2 million, maybe 900,000. You know, they're making good money, but nothing crazy like what Mac. What's his name again? I said Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee
Making
yeah.
him
No,
is
they got to
Stephen A.
get
Smith. Him and
they-
Stephen A. Smith is making the most money, and the reason why they only got such a short staff now is because of the contracts of Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith. That's basically what I seen, and that's what he was saying.
It's deeper than that. If you look at where ESPN is still watched, it's the big square states. The big square states want Pat McAfee. They want, if they do get a black person, they want a Stephen A. Smith type. You know, somebody who's going to tell you to pull up your pants and or you know, become financially responsible, or he admonishes you. Like they like that, but they not really, like, if you live in a who in your friend circle still watches ESPN? Nobody really. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you see it on Twitter, if anything, you know, and nobody really paying for that to watch ESPN. So they cater to the big square states in the middle of the country. That's why you need Pat McAfee, because he had his own content. He was already making millions. Now you bring him on, and you bring in some of that MAGA into your viewership, and they're older and they watch television, they watch cable TV. So that's who they're attracting with that. It wasn't just to pay him because 60 million is nothing to them.
Right,
but it really was. Oh, go ahead.
No, but you see what I was saying in a different podcast about how podcasters changed the game. That immediate interaction with super chats. Let me just real slow it down and just talk about super chats and why ESPN had to do what they do. Super chats is live conversation. So you, as a fan, you're on the show. That means a lot to you to actually have your basketball opinion heard. For a long time, we've been screaming at each other over bars, barbecues, Thanksgiving, yada yada, so on and so forth. But with super chats being so interactive that you could be in a live show that you love, everybody love, you watching it, everybody watching it at the same time live. They throw your super chat on. Your super chat changes the topic and conversation based on what you're saying. You're saying what you're the host of the show of not ESPN, but the host of these different big podcasts, and why they got more popular and put ESPN in such a situation where they stronghold isn't what it was, is because the sports community is so big, but keeping it basketball
because of you.
Because of me, because of you, because
that's my word. When I first started in this business, I was working in my office, and I would have ESPN on the TV on the wall. Now I'm working in my office, so I get up really early to work in my office. What do I got in the background? I got you on. I don't watch ESPN anymore because I listen to you. I listen to content being created independently that don't have a corporate motivation. I'd rather listen to I'd rather listen to Big Fan Breezy than any, like, pick anybody who got fired. I'd rather, you know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah,
organic,
nah,
it's real, it's what I grew up on in the barbershop, you know what I'm saying?
word.
So
Now I appreciate that because I think that's what you get from fans like us. We authentic and we wholeheartedly believe what we saying. But the difference is the interactive of you could just listen to it in the background, or you could join. Fans, they want to talk ball all the time. I know I wake up thinking about ball. I don't know why I'm like that. I just am. You feel what I'm saying? And I just
I
think
just
it's a
need
lot of
I need the distraction, because I'm always researching, I'm writing another book, and my topics be sad shit. Like it just
yeah.
it just things that you don't even want to think about or deal with. So I'm on a given day, you know, I like the basketball talk because it's just the distraction of the painful world we live in.
Yeah, but now I dig your content, man. I definitely download your content and listen to it more than watch it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm, moving around at work or something like that. And pretty much I can listen to it more than I can watch it. But yeah, man, your content is I won't say it, yeah, you can say it's sad, but it's more it's pure content and it's not quote unquote entertainment unless you into the message. You gotta be into what you're saying, like believe in what you're saying, believe in our people, you know what I mean? And I'm into it because of that. And it's nice knowing that you can articulate it the way you do. It doesn't come off as just aggressive and angry. It comes off as a thinking man, opposed to just being upset and not knowing how to speak about how you truly feel. That when I listen to it, you don't you in my opinion, us in a space where you understand how all of the wrong and bad makes you feel, but you want to do something about it, and you have the book, and like I said, I want to do a fan of the people episode with you, like. Of course, we might talk basketball, just maybe just to kind of start off the conversation, just because that's how I met you. But yeah, I definitely wanted to get into the book that you did, the book that you're doing, your motivations behind it, because it's truly awesome, bro. Where I don't want you to think that there's anything to sneeze at, man. You're doing great work, man. I appreciate what you do
So
for us, man.
I appreciate you for the acknowledgement, baby Paul. I really do. But what I'm doing and what you're doing is important, because you don't even know how long it's going to be that you're allowed to have this voice, to have this opinion. You know what I mean? Just your
Sure.
basketball opinion, whether it could be something as little as, we shoot too many threes. That you don't know if in the future they could just turn your mic off. They could just say, they do it kind of on Twitter now, where if they don't
Hmm.
like what you're talking about, they just zap you.
Damn.
So while we could talk to each other, while we could use this technology to educate, entertain, or give somebody something else to think about. Like, all I think about is business and the world, and you know what I mean. And the world is on fire. I sometimes I feel bad just talking ball, because I might talk to a kid early in the morning
Hmm.
that can't go to school. That whole town don't have electricity. That, you know what I'm saying, like the government keep promising things that aren't happening. And when it puts me in a good perspective, but it also makes me want to work. And that's why, again, like, whether it be a super chat or being a member, like the little small things, nothing, right? But it's important to do, because you are voting for independent media. And without independent media, you can't really have freedom. The corporate media works for the corporations. ESPN works for the corporations that buys their commercials.
Yeah, I do tend to think that the fan perspective is different from what the narratives that the big media will push. And what I do know
Because
is
it's authentic.
the right the fans like me. I think I probably stand out to Nets fans more so is because I'm not watching the box scores and then coming to y'all like, yeah, this is and that was happening. If that's what happened and I couldn't watch the game, I'll just let y'all come on the panel early and then talk to me about what happened. But I'm not pretending to know what happened because I've seen the box score and some highlights. Like I'm actually watching the game, watching the offenses, the defenses, you know what I'm saying? See who's doing what, who's the way we streaky at, what we work, all everything, all of the above. I mean, I think that's the difference in the authenticism of Nets fans is that we the ones that's watching the game. You cannot depend on big media to watch a Nets game. We will have to be playing one of the big market teams. Other than that, if the Nets is playing like the Raptors or somebody, they're not watching us. They watching the prime time game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where Nets fans have the advantage over the big media that we actually watching the games, leave doing a play-by-play. They ain't got no big media doing no play-by-play. And even the content creators, it's a lot of Laker fans, you understand, and Knicks fans. That's what I see mostly. Yeah, there's other content creators for other teams, but the Knicks and the Lakers, they have a big fan base when it comes down to content creation. And I'm saying that they have the big media's backing. The Nets fans don't have that. Nobody really got our back like that. We got CJ Holmes, he's dope, and we got a few, but CJ Holmes is dope, but he's not a podcaster like on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. We got to keep doing the work so that way.
I'll be honest with you, bro. It don't matter.
The team got to do their part too. Because when I was doing Pod Thorn was easy, like 1,000 downloads a night, and you gotta like give it credit that it wasn't me. It was because it was the KD era. It was the KD and Kyrie era. It was the COVID era. It was all that craziness was going on. So it was important for us to have a channel just to have the Nets fans' voice be heard. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man. I'll be honest with you. Just getting
that was
into
a good time. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing back Popcorn.
I mean, this is a perfect time for me because
I just got to figure out where, because I'm gonna want to still do spaces. I'm gonna want to still do your show and contribute, and then so I got to figure out where I'm gonna put my show. Like, is it on Gays All?
I mean, the reason why I picked the time.
It's all.
The reason why I picked the time to do
It's not gonna be hard to get in where I fit in.
The reason why I picked the time to do Nets Visual, bro, is because I felt like, bro, this is the one time to stand on business, bro. Like a lot of people, they can't. A lot of people, bro, like the one thing that about being a Nets fan for me, bro, is 2011. That's the one year that always come up, bro. Like it's not 1957, it's not 1976. I could pinpoint exactly what I was doing at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I could pinpoint it, and then I could regulate it to a point where I'm like, yo, anything that got Brooklyn name on it, bro, I gotta stand on business because a lot of us wasn't around when the Dodgers was here. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like this was the perfect time to to just rep something and plant a flag, bro. Like to like, all right, yo, this is it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like this is it for me. I mean,
That's 100% my reason.
of course, shout out to the Liberty, bro. Like, cause I had to get the Liberty involved. You know, cause I don't really like too many New York teams, but at the same time, the Nets, for me, bro, it was just a chance to call something home.
That's a fact. I always watch basketball, but I never wanted to be a podcaster for any NBA team until the Nets came into. It's funny. I used to do It's a podcast. It's an app called Anchor, and it was an app called Anchor, and I used to do a Big Fan Breezy podcast on there. That was where I first started, I think. Like, and I used to just be on the phone. It's like the same thing with YouTube, but you be on the phone, and then I just put it out into the universe. I really didn't get a lot of likes, views, and nothing like that, but it was just. I was eager, you know what I mean? I didn't know how to do it on YouTube. I didn't know about StreamYard and nothing like that. I didn't even think about it that far. And then I started doing Facebook, and this is when Kenny Atkinson was the head coach. Yeah, it probably was because of my girl, man. I would talk to her about it. She was like, "Yo, you know, but not for nothing. You talk about a lot of basketball, Brooklyn Nets." You know what I'm saying? So she was being nice about it, but she was basically like, "Yo, I know you love it and all that. Maybe you should, think about a podcast because basically you talking to me a lot about it. You know what I mean?" So now when I talk to her, it don't be about the Nets because I get it all out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly, like
yeah,
that is the exact reason. I don't only just have a wife; I have 2 daughters, and I have my third, my niece, who's pretty much my daughter too, and they don't want to hear that shit. they don't want to know that I don't like Sean Marks. We need this.
Right. They was not trying. So it's cool, but I get it. But that's why any fans, I'm pretty sure they got their own stories and how they, became podcasters and content creators. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. As far as talking basketball, I never knew that. I knew basketball was big, but I think I'm part of the community that's kind of like watching it grow as it happens. And I think that was the dope part of it too, is that when I started, it wasn't like it was just me. I felt like it was a lot of people. It felt like the city wanted it. You know what I'm saying? The city wanted basketball talk, more basketball talk, because they put the Barclays right smack in the middle of Brooklyn. I mean, like they put the Barclays right there. Like you cannot miss that shit, bro. You driving off the Brooklyn Bridge, you likely to pass it. You likely to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I think just the Barclays being in Brooklyn, right where it's at, kind of did a lot. And then it's just the nostalgia, because I think the Dodgers used to play there in that very same area. So just sports back in Brooklyn is huge, man. I'm just glad I'm part of it. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll come back to these streams years later and listen to us before. This is pre-championship, you know what I'm saying? This BC before championship, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to all of the Nets content creators. Shout out to all y'all. We doing Nets visual today, Leaf? Leaf, you doing any content today?
No, I'm on the road right now, bro. I gotta flush out, bro. So if it's gonna be with the agenda, because I know for a fact it's gonna piss off everybody that thinks he looks like Sean Marks.
Yeah. What about you, Parthor? I'm gonna probably catch you on the spaces or something. You probably do some spaces or something. Be somewhere.
I don't know. I'm so behind schedule with stuff I got to do. But if anything, I'll just be at my desk and I'll figure it out.
Yo, we're gonna talk hoop later, man. If any trades happen or anything like that, let me know. You know what I'm saying? But
we in tune.
Word, this is dope, man. Shout out to all the Nets fans. We the best fans. We're gonna be back with more content really soon, y'all. Peace.
Deuces.